Another day, another stream. Is that 3 in a row? 3 out of 4? Just like the Patriots back in the early 2000s? I don't know. But I was requested to watch UCONN, St. John's, you know, and there's nothing I love more than some college hoops. So here we are. But I also realized that I didn't do a Super Bowl prediction stream. So I feel like we could hit 2 birds with 1 stone, as it were. And the birds won't be the Seahawks because I think they're going to win. Hot take. So I'm going to check on the stream really quick. I always forget to turn the music down. But what is up, everybody? I also got to let the Discord know. This is stuff I should be doing ahead of time, now that I realize. But yeah. So we're going to be talking through some parlays, some prop bets, some guarantees. And you guys know me. If I say it's going to happen, it's a guarantee in the football world. I've really been batting 1,000. Anyways, let me really quick here. Live now for some college hoops. That's a good sell. I'm gonna say Super Bowl picks, actually. It's more what it is. All right. Anyways, so I kind of just want to walk through what I think is gonna happen in the big game on Sunday, and that's what we're gonna be doing tonight. I'll also have basketball going on in the background. For some reason, every time I say I'm gonna watch basketball in these streams, they do considerably worse. But you know, we're in this for the consistency game, not riding the highs of the algorithm. I've been watching a lot of videos today about just why the algorithm sucks. The internet's killing all of us, and might looking to get an iPod, among other things. But again, so yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about UConn or St. John's. I'm more so going to be bringing up, you know, prop bets I like, the Gatorade color, the national anthem over under, the Bad Bunny halftime show. I got a little bit of a rant on Kalshi and how that works. And also just who's gonna win? What are the hot picks? Is it gonna be a big passing day? Is it gonna be a big rushing day? Is it gonna be a big defensive day? After watching this Patriots offense, it's hard to foresee an offensive game. It really is. So I'm just gonna make sure my stream's coming through. It's I'm anxious because no one's joined yet, so I want to just make sure that we're all on the same page here. Jarvis here. The iPod Air is undefeated. Let's go. We got Jarv here. Hell yeah! Welcome to the stream, Jarv. Hell yeah. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want like an iPod and just to be able to like listen to some tunes. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to, you know, go, I'm not going to buy music. I'm definitely not going to buy like $300-400 worth of music. I'd probably go other avenues as far as acquiring the music. But once I got there, it's like, man, you have it for life. You don't have to worry about paying subscriptions. I'm lucky because I'm in the Spotify family plan, so I don't pay a dime for it. But if I were, oh, I'd be livid. Oh my God, I listen to the same stuff over and over again. I feel like all this choice is making me less capable of finding new stuff. I'm not searching random stuff. The last thing I want is some algorithm or some AI to tell me what it thinks I'd like. Which is ironic because I create YouTube videos, which is, you know, very heavily ran through an algorithm. But, you know, again... do people still say first when they're the first I don't think so. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I think I'm the only one here, Jarv. But hey, we're rolling. It's funny because John S. told me to watch this damn game, so he better join. I am not in here to watch college hoops. Yeah, I still love buying CDs. See, that's like the craft of it. Then it like makes it special. I feel like buying a CD and then ripping it and putting it on an iPod. Like that's cool, man. That's like what it's all about. Like. It's, oh boy, I'm longing for that because I kind of just missed it. I kind of just straight up missed it. I really would just listen to stuff on YouTube back in the day. I never like bought music. I never had an iPod. I always thought like, who would buy music? It's all free on YouTube. But like now that I'm an adult, it's like, no, that's the art of it. You have stakes in it. If you buy a CD, you're more inclined to listen to the whole thing, to really piece it together and just, you know, enjoy and interact with the media better, you know? And that's just... That's my little soapbox. I feel like I get on this whole, like, this hasn't been something I've talked about on stream a lot, but the whole, like, I got to go back to physical media. I come back to this, like, once every year. And I feel like I'm hoping 2026 is the year I do it. I set up my phone a little differently. I try to dumb phone it. I already don't like it, but, again, I got this set up right now. I already hate this. But we're trying stuff. We got Brady here. What is up? What is up, man? Yeah. We're watching some college hoops by request, but more importantly, we're going to be talking about the Super Bowl, what we think is going to happen, what prop bets I'm going to make, and obviously we will be streaming through that, so tune into that if you know, are down. But right now I'm just kind of on my speech about how, you know, the loss of physical media is sad, man. I got DVDs. Hold on. I've shown this on stream before. This is worth. Hold on. Got it. Nothing like, no better way to start a stream. And by the way, I got some water on me. It's a weird look, but it's true. These two guys right here. Madden 06, Madden 12. My favorite Madden and a Madden I've been meaning to try. Good games, I feel like. Got my second video with 100K. Let's go, Jarv. Hell yeah. This is like the holy grail to me. I can't play them. So it's like, but I like owning the discs. No one can take these from me unless someone breaks into my apartment and robs me. But I don't think that's gonna happen. But that's what I mean. Going back to physical media is like what I'm craving, man. It's like that's the world we're supposed to live in. All this algorithm subscription bullshit, man. Jarv's talking about making videos. Jarv, if you here's my thing. Stay as far away from you can if we're already into college hoops, by the way. 20-minute halves. Let's just get through this. I've used Adobe Creative Suite for the lion's share of basically the whole time I've been making videos, dating back to high school. And let me tell you something. Adobe, oh boy, what a terrible company they are. What a gross, terrible company they are. Here comes Hannah the Socialist. But man, charging $80, $80 a month for a subscription is insane. That's like car insurance. Kind of, depending. But like, that's like car insurance. $80 a month. And their whole sell is, oh, you get access to all the different stuff we have. Lightroom, Illustrator, Media Encoder. Where are my Media Encoder users at? And it's like, you only use 2-3 apps tops, but you're paying for the whole suite. $80 a month until the day you die. It's crazy. So that's been my whole thing today. Instead of studying sports, you know, why would I study sports? We're studying the subscription market and why it's a crash course into economic ruin. Who the hell's gonna be able to pay for all this stuff? I miss the cable guy being able to pop in whatever my shows. I hate having to choose what I want to watch. Yeah, what episode 2 start? It's exhausting. I can't commit to a show because I feel like, well, I'm gonna have no reason to not watch the whole damn thing. That's too much. That's too much. How many times have we stumbled across just a random show on TV, Cartoon Network, you know, like I would watch back in the day, back when I watched cable, like Cartoon Network or something like that. And I'm not saying I'm going back to cable. No, man, no way in hell. I don't watch TV and that's fine. But I feel like you can go to your local thrift store, your local swap meet, and get DVDs and get like shows, and then you got skin in the game. Then it's like, all right, well, I bought the DVD, I may as well watch this. People said Buffy the Vampire Slayer season 3 is good. I may as well watch through the DVD, and then you have it. Like it or not, that's the stakes of it. That's how media is supposed to be. I don't know. I'm on my soapbox now. I'm mad. That's how I wanted to start this stream. I'm angry. I'm mad. But yeah, so we'll run through our picks. I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on this St. John's UConn game. Just kind of going on in the background because, you know, let's be honest with ourselves here. There's not too much going on in regular season basketball, especially pre-tournament college basketball. So, yeah. But it's 2-2. Make that 4-2. Nice little yam from number 1 on St. John's. This is the number 3 versus number 22 team in the nation. So, hey-o. But, yeah, I wanted to go through my predictions. There aren't a lot, and I was gonna say this for later, but honestly, who the hell cares? So I wanted to talk about another thing that's kind of pissing me off, which is going to be a common theme of this stream. Just be warned. Kalshi, right? Listen, I always say unnamed prediction markets app. Yeah, we got Giants fan 10 here. I hate when they take games I'm playing off Game Pass. Yes, I don't want to move past this if we're not done. Giants fan 10, you entered a very anti-subscription dialogue, and that is exactly it. They're taking shows away from us. They're charging us more and more every year. Eventually, it's going to be too expensive, and eventually the whole thing's going to crash, and then we're not going to be able to watch anything. Wouldn't you rather own stuff? Again, like, this is all just stuff. I sound like Karl Marx, but it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. So yeah, drop your most frustrating subscription moment. Mine still and always will be when HBO canceled Winning Time in the middle of the season for tax write-off. They didn't want to pay for more episodes, even though they were done. Thanks a lot, HBO. I really liked that show. Whatever. Who cares? God, I wrote such stupid notes preparing for this stream. But yeah, man, and even digital copies of stuff, they can take it away from you. They can't take away my copies of Madden 12 and Madden 06. They can't. These are mine, as long as the disc is still in here. They are. They are. And I'd be lying if I said, I mean, this is like a brand new copy. This is like not even been touched. And I don't even own an Xbox, like an OG Xbox. But I've got it. In case I ever do. I also want to get a Wii again, but that's, again, this is getting way out of topic. What I was going to say about Kalshi, prescription mark, is I had to pirate the Royal Rumble on Saturday, because, yeah, Brady, we sure as shit didn't pay for it around here. We sure as hell did not pay for it and get an ESPN unlimited subscription. No, we got to draw a line somewhere. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. I realize I just admitted to a crime on camera, but still, like, it is what it is. We all know that I wasn't actually subscribed to ESPN Unlimited during the Royal Rumble. Live from Riyadh, by the way, that everyone said was a huge snooze. One thing I want to say about, the world sucks. Kalshi, right? The prediction markets app. They pride themselves on... They're the CEO and entrepreneur, founder, whatever the hell. He came out and said, in a perfect world... This is his perfect world, mind you. In a perfect world, you can bet on anything. It's a little dystopian, little frightening, okay? In a perfect world, you can bet on anything, he says. Then why are there only like 3 novelty bets? The one thing, the one time to like bet on anything. The only things you can bet on are like Bad Bunny's first song, over under halftime show. You can't even bet on the Gatorade color on Kalshi. You can't. I have to text my bookie to get that done. You can't even do the Gatorade color. This app that you can bet whether or not a congressman like slips on his way out of the Oval Office. Or I'm just throwing words together. You guys know what I'm saying. You can bet literally anything and everything on these stupid apps. Whether or not AOC is going to say a sequence of words. But you can't bet the Gatorade color. That's where we draw the line. That's where there's not enough value, not enough market share. What if people insider trade? I got news for you, Kalshi and Polymarket and all these other prescription market apps, Robinhood, etc. The insider trading's the whole business model. That's the whole thing. It bothers me that the one time I'll steer into the skid and say, all right, well, this app is stupid, but I'll use it. At least it'll make sense for this situation. It folds. It folds when we needed it most. Golly. 10-8. In UConn versus St. John's. I forget that they put chairs on the floor in college basketball. College basketball is such a weird situation. Literally got to go to shady places, which are really the actual good place to get good novelty bets. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you gotta go against the system. You gotta go against the grain. Instead, until I start running up in your house, stealing our physical media for the sake of democracy. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's a good point, Giants Man 10. Yeah, as soon as... Yeah, exactly. It's cool to have physical media until the authoritarian government decides that's no longer an option. Because that's the thing. They're not making DVDs anymore. They're not making CDs as much anymore. You gotta get them while you can. In like 5 to 10 years, we're gonna be stuck. We're gonna be fucked, man. I'm sure they're gonna brick my Xbox and make it not accessible to DVDs. But if we get to that point, where people are breaking into our homes and taking things because it doesn't benefit corporations, I'm out. I'm out. I'll figure something else out to do. I'll stream soccer live from Australia, which apparently, by the way, I see Jarvis is the Greg Roman, which, by the way, we'll get to that in a second. I really don't think it's the end of the world. But, which, by the way, the Australia game, they're sending the Rams and the Niners over there to Australia. I'm not a map guy, so maybe the California teams can fly west to Australia. If it's not, that's a pretty lengthy time change. Either way, it's a pretty lengthy time change. And I don't know, it just kind of feels like a weird couple of picks. Maybe it is. You go California west to Australia. I've never been to Australia, but weird game to send overseas. That's just me. And really quick, I didn't talk about this with the Greg Roman signing yesterday. I really don't think it's a bad thing. I feel like Greg Roman's good at running the football. And that's what we kind of need, because Matt Nagy, one of his big issues is not being able to develop a run game. Well, we got a running backs coach that can develop a run game. I feel like everyone's shitting on Harbaugh for this staff. I think it's coming out pretty solid. I'm a big fan of the DC. Denard. I gotta get these guys' names down. I'm a big fan of the DC Denard. I feel like Matt Nagy is, you know, catching a little too much negative flack because of his time with the Bears. Also, he wasn't great with Kansas City last year, but, you know, things can change. He's working with more talent this year. And Greg Roman is RB coach. I really don't see why people are up in arms about that. So much lost meaning at Sabra. They talk about, let's not talk about the censorship. They do shows like Always Sunny, where they ban episodes without explaining the context. 100%. 100%. And even the artists that I really like, man, the Spiteful Chant is not on streaming services. The Spiteful Chant off Section 80, Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q. I know a lot of people that smiled in my face then talk behind my back every time I'm gone. That song is not on streaming service. I have to listen to it on YouTube because some licensing disagreement prevents us from listening to it. Access to every song for now. For now. If we say we were signing Nagy 2 weeks ago, your heads would be on fire. I really... I'm not opening this can of worms again. So those are my rants. I may as well just do one more. No, I'll save that one for later. That's not even that good of a rant. Okay, can we preview this game though? Well, I'm gonna preview this game. Let me just pull up the let me pull up an ESPN tab really quick before we really get into the nitty-gritty of it all. Again, drop a like if you haven't already. Again, this is not going to be one of our more heavy hitter streams, and that's fine. That's fine. You live and you learn. People don't want to watch college basketball, and I get that. Also, a lot of moves happen in the NBA. I don't really feel qualified to talk about them, but a lot of moves going on. Bulls are tearing it all down. Pelicans are the Pelicans. Lakers didn't do jack shit. Zubac is a pacer. Things are happening for sure. So, okay. Let's go here. You play 7 dose to the Raiders, not a lateral move, but it is taking anyone to Super Bowl. Well, okay, before I do say that, Otis, we got bigger fish to fry, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why does it do this? Okay. We got bigger fish to fry. All right, here we go. I'm going to switch. Guys, I was just talking about it, but it happened. Giannis is now a shareholder in Kalshi. Yeah, and you can take that to the bank. There you go. Congratulations, Giannis. A big moment. Pelicans traded Alvarado for a bag of chips. I'm mad because I thought I got Alvarado mixed with Calderon, Jose Calderon. I'm like, no way, he's still playing. So I was like, what? Yeah, so Giannis, he clearly doesn't have the same issues that I do. This guy, he must have thrown down a bet saying, will Giannis get traded before the trade deadline? No. And probably cashed out. Wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, Mendoza to the Raiders. It's not a lateral move, but it's not getting anyone to a Super Bowl. I'm pretty confident in that one, Otis. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd be willing to stake a pretty hefty sum of money that the Raiders don't make it into the playoffs, much less into the Super Bowl. But again, hey, man, I've been wrong. Crazier things have happened, apparently. I do like Alvarado on the Knicks. Nice bench pickup. I don't know much about the guy. I feel like I do, but I'm blanking on like what the fella's build is. I know he's a shooter, so hold on. Oh, wait, is he the guy with dreads? Yeah, he is. All right, yeah, I do remember this fella. How is he doing? Well, I mean, he didn't play. All right. Again, I'm not a basketball analyst, but there you go. Jose Alvarado. Why did I pull up Twitter? Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is what I wanted to look at. So I want to do a side-by-side. First, let's do a Patriots kind of an analysis here, if you will. And more so, I would like to see, their playoff stats, right? So Sleeper the Fantasy app now has a partnership with Kalshi. Yeah, we live in the worst timeline. We live in the worst timeline, but thankfully this is the timeline with Hunnaball. Drop a like if you haven't already. We got like 3 or 4 people in here. Yeah, you're so kind. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. So Drake May, not having the strongest playoffs, if we're being honest with ourselves here. I'm covering up a little bit of the stats, but let me actually see. Hold on. Let me make this smaller. There it is. All right. That's more like it. All right, cool. Mac Jones. Still see the eyes. The eyes never lie. But you can see Drake May, right? 55% completion percentage. Not great. 553 in 3 games. Awful. Granted, most of the games he's played have been pretty bad weather. Still, though, we've been saying it. Four touchdowns, 2 picks. How many fumbles was it? I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere on here. He's only... That's not true. He has not fumbled once. What? He has not fumbled 1 time. He's fumbled like 6 times. What? It's been like 6. What do you mean 5 times? All right. Well, someone's lying here. These stats, you can't take this all at face value. Great. Hold on. There's no conceivable way they're like trying to spin this. He fumbled like 6 times this postseason. Of course, you can't find it because why am I on ESPN? Why am I on ESPN? Point is, Drake May has fumbled the ball a ton. Okay, whatever way you want to slice it. All right, and he hasn't really played super great. The Denver game was tough. The Texans game was tough. The Chargers game was my big like. This has not been a strong playoffs for Drake May. But what I will say about the Patriots in general is their schedule's been super easy. They're probably not as good as the Seahawks. But anything can happen, right? Anything can happen in February. It seems like all the vibes are going to the Patriots. The Patriots have been on the wrong side of a couple of underdog stories. You know, go Giants. I really don't think it would be that crazy if the Patriots competed in this one. And maybe that's me just doing hopium, hoping that we actually have to watch an interesting game on Sunday. Because if not, I can't do another blowout. I mean, it was kind of fun last year, which sucks for me to say because, you know, go Giants, the Eagles suck. But I had staked a pretty hefty sum on the Eagles to win the Super Bowl last year before the playoffs. And it was nice to see my bet come to fruition. And it was a no sweat, like, set it and forget it bet. I was also watching with an Eagles fan, so I didn't want to, like, rain on his parade. I'm like, oh, it should have been the Giants. Like, the last year's Giants, don't even get me started. But the point is that anything can happen in the Super Bowl. I know that's not a great argument to the Patriots, especially given their schedule, especially given their just unimpressive playoff run. But if there's one thing I've learned through these playoffs and this season in general, it's just been weird. It's just been a weird season, you know? Like, has anything gone according to plan? The Chiefs and Ravens missed the playoffs. The Bills got stomped. Not quite. The Bills got screwed. The Seahawks are in the Super Bowl. I know that that's not as crazy to say after maybe October, November. But, I mean, remember, I said this isn't going to happen. This has been the season of complete outlier crazy shit. So why not end it off with an underdog win? Why not end it off with a team that at least has the identity of a team that can win a Super Bowl? It's tough because I'm kind of trying to figure out how to win this game. And I think it comes down a lot to the run game. We got Jarv making his picks. It's great. Correct score for the bet is 27-17. Take that to the bank. McDonald and Ouch could Vrabel prove the NFL honors got it wrong. I do think McDonald is probably a better coach, but Vrabel no doubt has the experience. No doubt. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And what I will say about the Patriots, the edge they have on Seattle, handedly a better run game. Like, handedly. Travion Henderson apparently is a better rookie than Jackson Dart. News to me. But Travion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson is better than Ken Walker and Holani, I believe his last name is. Now that Charbonnet is out. If Charbonnet is in, is that a bucket? No, that's a miss. UConn's up, by the way. Who cares? But yeah, if Charbonnet was still playing, I'd feel a little more confident about it. Unfortunately, Charbonnet is not. So with that, if the Patriots can run the ball and more importantly, keep the ball out of the Seahawks offense hands, I could very well see this being a low scoring but competitive affair. I mean, think about it. JSN, they're going to have a game plan for him. They've got Christian Gonzalez, one of the best corners in the NFL. They're going to have Jackson Smith and Jigba more or less shut down, at least for a half. We've seen JSN disappear for at least a half at a time. So then you got to get Cooper Kupp involved. You got to get Barner involved. You got to get, I'm trying to think of other guys that the Seahawks have. Shaheed. Shaheed could be a major X factor. But I'd say it's more on special teams. Seattle D-line will dominate the line of scrimmage. 28-13, all right. Everyone's picking the Pats to be the worst team in the season, while no one's picking Seattle to win the division, let alone the whole NFC. Yeah, no, this exactly. Worst to first. Worst to first. On a couple of counts. That's the thing. If we did a worst to first trophy, like 7 teams should win it. The Jags, the Patriots, hell, even the Seahawks were not great. Let's not forget. I said this again. Seahawks last season lost to the Giants at home. That's true fact. But back to what Brady said, I think Seattle D-line will dominate the line of scrimmage. It depends. The Patriots offensive line is not a bunch of scrubs. And I'm giving DeMarcus Lawrence and, God, who else? Leo. Like, you know, those are some quality pieces up front, among others. I think the Seahawks defense is for real. But I don't think it'll matter if they can just establish the run. They're not going to win by throwing the ball. This is not going to be a Drake May. I'll say it right now. I wouldn't put much money down on Drake May Super Bowl MVP, which I know is a hot take, given the fact that the Patriots probably, like, you know, it always goes to a quarterback, and if the Patriots win, it'll probably go to Drake May. But to be honest, I don't think that's how they'll win. It hasn't been how they've won the past 3 games. So I think a good value bet, genuinely, if you think the Patriots are going to win, which it sounds like none of us do, but a good value bet, genuinely, would be a guy like, oh God, I don't know, Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, a defensive player. I don't know. If someone gets a couple of picks on Sam Darnold, there you go. That's your MVP. Again, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I love the under, and that's my first prediction. I love the under. I don't know what it is. In fact, let me pull this. I don't know what it is, but I love it. Let me pull the under really quick on my black and white bricked phone that I'm starting to hate. That's why Seattle is the better run game. The only position Pats have sets are... Right, but again, that's with Zach Charbonnet. That's with Zach Charbonnet, who, again, is not playing. So I think you can pull the stats, but I'm trusting the Patriots tandem over the Seahawks individual man. But let's see this really quick. Will Green Day say MAGA during the pro football? That's a good bet. Thank you. Boy, a lot of nonsense. Golly. Okay, wait. Where's the over-under, though? Okay, totals. Here we go. Okay, so the over-under is 45.5. I like the under 45.5. That'll be my first lock. Most people thought Darnold was a downgrade from Geno. Right, yes. My bad. Sox last season was a tiebreaker from the playoffs and a split with a good Rams team. Again, I gave them their respect. I gave them their respect in my coaching video. I said Mike McDonald's a good coach. I've always thought that. But again, they did lose to the Giants at home. That's an objective fact. Can't answer my Madden team. Yeah, sure. I like the under, though. I like the under a lot, and I don't like Drake May to win MVP. Now, like I said, I think the Seahawks are going to win. I think they're going to win. And I know that's not a hot take, but honestly, given the luck we've been having on this stream here, we got Patriots here. We got Mahi here. I think the Seahawks are going to win. And the thing with that is I know with how bad my luck has been, it might just end up going Pats. Which, by the way, I'm sure you guys saw the Instagram post, but if the Patriots lose the Super Bowl, they will have the most Super Bowl losses in history. And if they win the Super Bowl, they will have the most Super Bowl wins in history. So the stakes are high. But, yeah, it's a wild situation. It really is. If this Patriots team wore a different logo on their helmet, people would be swooning all over us as a scrappy. I feel like they are. I feel like people are. Anthony Lawson made a whole ass video about it. I keep shouting him out, but he made a whole ass video about why he thinks the Patriots are going to win. I've been seeing a lot of Patriots love from out of nowhere. That wasn't Mike McDonald's Seahawks that lost to the Giants. Yeah, it was. That was last year. That was last season. Mike McDonald's been coaching there 2 seasons. I always thought Mike was good. Who is Mike McDonald? Hunnaball 2025. I never said that. I don't recall. Oh boy. Jesus. But Lawson's a Patriots fan. I thought he was a Vikings fan. I could have sworn he was a Vikings or a Broncos fan. Either way. I think I've seen other posts like Miss USA. She's flocking to the Patriots. All the Twitter analysts. I didn't even know why I'm pretending to watch this game. St. John's are up 3, by the way. But all the Twitter pundits, they're saying football analysis is a Vikings fan. I think I don't even know who that is. Boo, Patriots will never be likable. Mike just accepted. Wow, you miss you. I'm just, hey man, she represents the nation. He represents the nation. We're making points here. All right, we're not softballing it. But I'm saying if I'm picking the Seahawks, that's the best news the Patriots could have. That's the absolute best news. 58 ESPN analysts pick the Seahawks. Yeah, well, they don't know jack shit. Let's be honest. ESPN analysts are notorious. They'll pick all 5, just like they did, what was it? The Texans Patriots. They did the same thing. Clean sweep on NFL Live. 5 for 5, picking the Texans over the Patriots. And what happened? The Patriots won. ESPN analysts and all that stuff, it's perfect bulletin board material. I think the Patriots going into this week with some fire. And also, I would argue, and people have talked about this, Patriots are kind of playing with house money a little bit. So it's funny because I'm picking the Seahawks, but I'm arguing for the Patriots. It's an antithetical because I feel an upset brewing. If every instinct you have is wrong, the opposite must be correct. And I guess I might more or less be picking the Patriots. I really went into this saying I'm going to pick the Seahawks that way the Patriots can win. But I keep making arguments in favor of the Patriots. Seahawks is just too easy of a pick. They have a great defense, I know, but and the NFC is much stronger than the AFC, and the Patriots have looked awful. I've ranted about it time in and time out through these playoff streams that I just don't like watching this Patriots team. It's hell. But the Seahawks is just too easy. It's too easy of a pick. You know what I mean? Were you in the NFC Championship stream? You played a take where you said, "Who is Mike McDonald?" The Seahawks got a coach no one knows the name of. I did not. Okay, listen. That's an interesting point, right, Otis? You got half that quote right. I said, I know who Mike McDonald. I knew who Mike McDonald was. DC of the Ravens. I knew who he was, but I did say most people don't know the name of this guy. Both are true. Well, one of them is true. Yeah, I said most people don't know who Mike McDonald is. I did and do. And I do know that he lost to the Giants. I think the Hawks get a defensive score. Hey, man, that's not a bad take. That's not a bad pick. I'm sure you get some good odds on that. Most under-talked about aspect of this Patriots team is we're incredible at situational football. Like, this team's the epitome of games for Warriors. Oh, boy, Jarvis pulling some messages. The entire year we've been doing enough to win. That's what I'm saying. They're built for this moment. Strong defense. Playing with house money. Better run game. And the other side has Sam Darnold. Like, I know I've become the Seahawks truther after the Sam Darnold's, fiasco that was me saying he sucks and then him going to a Super Bowl. I know that. One more game out of Sam Darnold. He's got 2 weeks to overthink it. God. Sam Darnold just turned my camera off. Brutal. Yeah, Mike McDonald was Geno. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he got the last year of prime Geno. Very few can say they've had the pleasure of coaching Geno Smith. Actually, I feel like 9 or 10 coaches can say that. But look, I don't hate the defensive score prediction. I don't hate the idea that Drake May is going to turn it over a little bit. But, I mean, according to ESPN, he's fumbled it once. That's complete garbage. But I think he fumbled like 4 times in the past 2 games alone. But now I'm going back and forth. Really quick, I want to say, regardless of who wins, who loses, I'm picking Blue Gatorade. I'm taking Blue Gatorade. And confidently, I might add. Confidently going Blue Gatorade. I love the Gatorade bet. It's my favorite. I wish 9 reference. I wish it was on Kalshi. It is not. So I'm going to have to text my bookie. Hey man, can you throw down $15 on me for Blue Gatorade? Thanks. It's plus 250 on DraftKings. It's the tied for top odds. I like that action. The other one on the top is orange. Does anybody think otherwise? Red is getting pretty good juice. So, hell, you could call it fruit punch. But, oh, man, someone on St. John's just got doinked in the head with the basketball. Purple Gatorade, orange Gatorade. Well, orange, like I said, is the odds-on favorite. Let me pull up purple. I'm not even going to pull... Actually, I could pull up the website. Let me pull this up. Why not? What do we have to lose? It's not like I'm paying attention to this stupid basketball game. So if we go here... And it's a damn shame that you can't bet, like, the fun stuff. I'll tell you, corporations really know how to suck the fun out of stuff. You can bet 300 and get $1,000 in bonus bets, but if you want to bet something fun like the Gatorade color, that's where you're out of luck. Where is it? Where are prop bets? By the way, I don't know who came up with this stat, but why can't I find this? Whoever came up with this stat, but Americans are gonna shocker bet more on this game than ever before. It's gonna be like $4 billion bet. Novelty props. There it is. Okay, so here's the Gatorade color. Bang. Blue is 250. Orange is 250. Yellow, lime, or green is 275. Purple is 700. That's not bad. That's not bad action. I don't think they ever use the color of the teams. Look, I've seen it done before. They've definitely done it before. I think in the past few years, the Chiefs have gone red, I think, once. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think it has happened before. And besides, blue Gatorade is great. But orange ain't bad. What if I ever hit clear? If anybody ever hits clear, that would be sick. Blue vest on his first correct opinion. Hey, man. I've called a couple of things. I said TreVeyon Henderson was worth a 4th-round pick, and apparently he's supposed to be the rookie of the year. But look at all these other stupid prop bets. It's like, oh, a flea flicker. Wow. I mean, coin toss is fun. But first touchdown jersey? I'm not into it. Fastest ball carrier? No thanks. These are all just like bullshit next-gen stats. Like, where are the fun ones? Where's the Bad Bunny to, like, throw his hat prop bet, It's not, nothing's good. Nothing's good. In fact, hold on. I'm sure there's a website. I'm sure there's a website. Hold on. That's got the real juice. Hello, old friend. Anytime I'll ever say white's the best color. Yeah, you could take that to the bank. White's the best color. All right, hold on. Don't tell me. Where is it? Oh my god, this is absolute hell. Where the fun bets, man? I just scrolled through a whole website for nothing. You can bet tackles. You can bet over under tackles, but you can't bet anything fun. This is like the whole thing. This is like the whole thing. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. All right. Now we are talking. This is more my speed. All right. Pulled it up. Again, not sponsored by Bovada. But these guys do it right. Okay, you can get pretty good odds, I might add. Pretty good juice on orange. You can get orange at 325. Withdrawing money on this site is hell, but, you know, taking ice storms the field, yeah, that's not bad. All the halftime prop bets, like the first round guest appearance, get leaked the day of. Well, good thing we're not at the day of. But yeah, Super Bowl MVP. This ain't bad. God or Jesus. Yeah, that's definitely that's good. That's good action right there. I would love to parlay maybe purple Gatorade and mentions God. That would be the Hunnaball parlay for this one. MVP, like I said, a not Drake May Patriot. Next up would be Ramondre. Maybe a guy like Marcus Jones. That would be nutty. A lot of options here. Again, it's tough. It's tough to foresee. I didn't know Brandy Carlisle was singing America the Beautiful. All right. There you go, though. You can see who's shown first. I'm sure the same goes with the Star Spangled Banner. All kinds of bad... You know, I wish I was familiar with Bad Bunny's game, or else I'd be a lot more eager to do these. I like over 1.5 wardrobe changes, by the way. In fact, let's just start making a ticket here. Honestly, if we can get if the odds for orange are going to be 320, if it's not even with blue, you guys kind of convinced me a little bit. I think if it's blue, orange, even keel, I'd probably go blue. But if you're getting more odds, I kind of like orange there. All right. I'm also going to Super Bowl MVP mentions God. There you go. We're building the Hunnaball parlay. I was supposed to be a part of the Kendrick halftime show last year in NOLA, but I couldn't find a consistent ride to the Dome every day for rehearsal. That sucks. That sucks, Jarv. That would have been crazy. I also got to talk about it. They misspelled specials. I also got to talk about something else that's really been on my mind today. Special appearance. You know, do we think Cardi B will like get on the stage? I think you can get better odds with Cardi B on like a prediction markets app. You know what? I'll talk about it now. Oh, I like this though. What color will Bad Bunny's hair be? His natural color. What a lame pick. JSN Super Bowl MVP and I mentioned God. That's not bad. That's not bad. You can probably get pretty good odds on that too. 525 and to mention. I think we're building something here. Again, I'm picking the Seahawks. Like I said, I'm picking the Seahawks. So, you know, do with that what you will. But, yeah, did I miss anything? Coin toss. I really hate these ad bets. These are absolute hell. National anthem. Oh, yeah, where's the national anthem over under? This is the big one. This is the big one. Wait. Where is it? National anthem. Who will be shown first? Yeah, but where's the over-under? Will Charlie Puth perform the national anthem with a piano? What? Cool. Okay. Come on. Where is the... Where's the over-under national anthem? All right, here. Hold on. All right. Here we go. Will a player kneel? That's a good question. Damn! What will be longer? The length of the national anthem or Sam Darnold's second half passing stats? That's not bad. Okay, I can't find the over-under for the national anthem. That's a real tragedy. But I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can find. What I wanted to say was I think I said a few streams ago that Kendrick Lamar had the best halftime show ever. I'm so biased. And to be honest, I rewatched Prince's today. Prince's halftime show. Well, I still think Kendrick had a hell of a performance, and while I stand on it that it was one of the better ones in recent memory, you can't beat Prince's halftime show. You just straight up can't. You just can't. Damian Priest interrupts Bad Bunny's performance to get his WrestleMania rematch. To get his WrestleMania moment. Might be wrong, but I don't think May and Darnold mentioned God at all. I think Drake May will. I think that's money. I think regardless, and that's first too. I think they'll throw it down. I don't think Drake May's gonna be like, I'd love to thank my teammates. I think he'll be like, I'd like to thank God first, and just shake it off. Yeah, but you can't beat Purple Rain in the Rain, man. You can't. No, you just can't. Like, I was watching it, and this isn't my proudest moment, but I was watching today on my phone, and I got emotional. I was like legit crying watching it. A video from 2006. I was like, why am I crying? Like, what emotional attachment do I have to this moment? But it was just so damn epic and perfect. Purple Rain. It's a great song, man. And Prince smashed that shit, man. Playing the guitar, no lip syncing, no pre-recorded audio, in the rain, on heels with two dancers. It wasn't all this hoopla. It wasn't this whole like charade. It was like a few dancers and like one kind of barely guest appearance, and that's it. And then just Prince, and he played the hits. When the Super Bowl used to be like rock and roll, it had a bunch of misses like Tom Petty, but it had a couple of real studs. Couple of real heavy hitters. Off production Lady Gaga. Yeah, no, that's it's funny. I don't remember. I think it may have been Mahi who said that a few streams ago, and it was like kind of hot take, but Lady Gaga's performance was pretty good. I agree completely. I don't think it's much of a hot take. I think Lady Gaga's performance actually gets a lot of love and credit. Like, it wasn't as good as the game, Pats Falcons. What a comeback that was, in case you guys forgot. But Lady Gaga's halftime show was pretty awesome too. I gotta hand it credit where it's due. Definitely one of the most memorable ones in recent memory. I probably could have done without Rihanna, but again, that's because she was pregnant, so there you go. What other ones did we have? I kind of segued off into this conversation. Lady Gaga Weekend. The Weekend's a good one, but it's kind of forgettable just because COVID, right? There's no crowd. But I mean, again, he did what he could. God, we should just watch halftime shows. Also a secret little monster, though. Well, nah, bro, you're weird. You don't get emotional watching that. I love this cover of Foo Fighters' Best of You. I mean, look, I'm calling it, man. I'm not ashamed, but I will say, like, it was a hell of a performance, and I definitely got emotional. I'm sensing some sarcasm in there, but again, it's tough with YouTube. I think they should let Weeknd do another one since he did it during COVID. I mean, at this point, I keep looking down the pike, and it's like, who's gonna get it next year? Like, I don't think they're gonna give it to Taylor Swift. I think they would have done it already. I don't think they're gonna give it to Taylor Swift. I don't think, like, who else would do it? Tyler? Like, we were making jokes. If it was YoungBoy, that would have been funny. But, like, again, the thing is, we've talked about this 100 times, but music has gotten so segmented that there's not any like major hitters. I mean, probably some country. They'll probably start doing some country, if anything else. Probably get Jelly Roll up there. Might do I don't know, Jason Aldean. I'm so unplugged with country. They might do a country artist of some sort, which I wouldn't be a huge fan of, but that's just me. Shakira and J-Lo halftime shows and lead on mute. I thought it was good, period. We got Stoner Cat here. What is up, man? How we doing? Yeah, I mean, we streamed last night as well, but yeah, no, it's been a minute. What is up, Stoner Cat? Yeah, we're watching St. John's versus UConn. I don't know why I even agreed to watch this stupid game. I have like nothing to say. St. John's is winning the turnover battle, but losing the game. There you go. I think they're heading Morgan Wallen's next for Super Bowl halftime. Dua Lipa for more than music purposes. No, Dua Lipa would be sick. Let's call a spade here. Dua Lipa would be sick. I wonder, man, are there odds for next Super Bowl halftime show? Actually, I think I saw it on the unnamed prediction market app. Let me see really quick. I thought I saw it. Who will headline the Pro Football Championship? Okay, they got, wow, a bunch of people. It's not even out yet, but they're throwing SZA. SZA's not going to get it. AC/DC's not going to get it. This is not a inspiring group. It's not going to be Lady Gaga or Justin Bieber. I don't think that's going to happen. Lady Gaga already got it. Oasis, I don't think they're going to get it. Wheezy. Lil Wayne doesn't have the performing chops at this point in his career. It would be fun. Believe me, if Lil Wayne went up there and did 6'7", I'd freak out. But if he didn't get it last year, I don't think he's going to get it this year. I had a joke of him being Youngboy would be halftime shows, but he wouldn't. He would change his name to NFL Youngboy. Went with Bad Bunny instead. Yeah, that's what did it. Did it. I feel like Sabby has a chance. I don't know, man. Golly, I don't know. That would be a bold swing from the NFL. That would be a very just, not even a bad thing, but it would be a very feminine pick, you know? Sabrina Carpenter is like a female icon, and it is football at the end of the day. I wouldn't be like up in arms about it, like, oh God, women performing? Are you kidding me? Like, I guess Rihanna was more, Rihanna was women focused. Shakira, J-Lo, like women have done the halftime show before, but it just feels like Sabrina Carpenter's brand is so like pink and fluffy and like, you know, sex and all that stuff. It would just transition weird. Like, I don't know. The NFL, look, if you can't taunt, I don't think they're gonna want Sabrina Carpenter out there, you know, undressing herself. But that's just me. That's just my prediction. Again, this has not been my greatest stream. Katy Perry, yeah, no, she does, and that was a weird one. Probably not I don't think that was an amazing halftime show personally. I like Katy Perry's music, kind of over her as a person. I'm not gonna lie. I guess is Wall and Post Malone halftime show split next year. They want to go country, but they split the difference with Post because he's more likable. Yeah, and probably a guest performer Jelly Roll. Yeah, that probably is what'll happen. They'll go country and just steer into it. Probably do country for a couple of years, which people like country. That's fair. It's just not my speed. St. John's is up 3. That's like the way I'm reacting to this college basketball game is how I would react to a country halftime show. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when we found out Bad Bunny was doing it live on stream, I wasn't like super thrilled. I didn't go all like red pill, like how could they do that in America, an international singer? What is even the point of that? But I also wasn't super thrilled about it, because I just don't listen to Bad Bunny that much. You know, I'm biased. I like who I like. I got Kendrick last year. I'm spoiled. I don't even know who else they'd play. They're not going to get Jermaine up there. J. Cole, who's coming out with an album soon. They're not going to get, they'll never do this, but it would be sick if they got, like, Outkast. If they had another Super Bowl in Atlanta and got Outkast, that would be so badass. They won't do it, but that would have been fun. A Drewski next year. Drewski will never work at NFL honors again. Drewski is done. The NFL no longer likes Drewski. And, you know, apparently Jarv doesn't either, but yeah. They'll do country in Tennessee when they get a new stadium. Oh, for sure. That's going to be a weird one, though. That's going to be a real weird one. Specifically, we've talked about it 100 times. That stadium looks super, super whack. It's going to be interesting when they have that on the national stage. Because, you know, the Titans aren't going to be in many nationally televised games. The Fall Off album came out last night, huh? Yeah, did it? I thought it was coming out later. I didn't know it came out last night. I heard one of his songs because I watched the music video today. Is it worth? What do we think? What do we think of The Fall Off? Yeah, let me see what J. Cole's been cooking up these days. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, it did come out. Wow, The Fall Off. It's got disc 29 and disc 39. Woof. Sir Hunna, we got American Dragon Son here. What is up, man? Puerto Rico is international. That's a good point. That's a good point. Like I said, I'm not saying this. It's a good point, though. Frank Ocean singing nice with no instrumental would change lives. Frank Ocean doing it. I think he's too alt for the NFL to do it. 27-28 will be in Atlanta. Well, hold on now. Maybe we got some legs to it. Maybe we got some legs to Outkast to do the Super Bowl halftime show in 2027. That would be cool. 2-6 was fun off the album. First disc is mid. Haven't listened to my second disc yet. Yeah, I mean, the music video I listened to, I forget which one it was. It may have been 2-6. I think it was, actually. Which one? No, it wasn't 2-6. What did I listen to? Damn it. I hate spending so much time on my phone in general, but also just through this stream. Where is it? I haven't watched a music video in so long. Yeah, it was 2-6. It was 2-6. I thought it was fine, but again, I don't know. I keep waiting for J. Cole to make more sounds like 2014, and it's just, he's not going to. He's just not going to. You know, and that's a bummer. In my book, J. Cole peaked, which sucks. Under 3000's never doing a halftime show, forget about it. Never because he doesn't like the institution of it all, or never because, like, he couldn't hang. I think he could easily hang. I think they could smash it. Heard a few snippets, wasn't inspired, TBH. Yeah, it sounds like it. It sounds like no one's really thrilled on it. I would love for someone to come out and say, no, the album was great. The only way Andre 3K is doing it is if he gets to do his flute album. I think he's fried. He probably is. J. Cole's probably done. And that's fine, you know. He lived an artistic life, you know. He did his thing. J. Cole should, like, move into films or something. He should try new art. He's an artistic guy, and he's a cool dude. We all like J. Cole, even with the whole beef thing. We all like J. Cole, but, like, the music thing has come and gone. Like, Born Sinner was awesome. I've heard, I think it's Sideline Story? Something like Sideline Story, I think. Is that it? I haven't listened to Sideline Story, but I've heard that's a great album. But I love Born Sinner. 2014 is sick. I even liked KOD, but lately it just I haven't really been, you know, excited to revisit stuff. When you take such a long break from music, and then you drop like The Off Season, which I listened to, it was fine, and then Might Delete Later as like an EP. It's like, man, everyone can do what they want, but if you're gonna wait a long time, it better be good when you come back. They brought Outkast for the last halftime show in Atlanta. Only Big Boy came out and did The Way You Move. You know, I thought I remembered that. As soon as I said the Outkast thing, I was like, did they already do it? They did bring out Big Boy. You're right. I'd love for them to just headline it. They're too old, though, now. Let's be honest. They're too old. They're too damn old. He could have done the Super Bowl in Outkast Prime, but he had anxiety or something. He probably could have. I wish he did. Man, Outkast is awesome. They were definitely my discovery of 2025. Yeah, that's right, guys. Hunnaball discovers lesser-known band Outkast. Not even a band, group. Lesser-known rap group Outkast. Actually, the album sounds a lot like 2014, just a more boring version. Blizzard EP was better than the album. Jeez. So it does have like a... Okay, well then maybe I'll give it a shot. All right, I'll give it a shot. Kind of hate the album cover, but again, that shouldn't be the only thing. I'm not gonna like play it on stream, but I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. But yeah. You know, I'm gonna take out orange. I'm gonna take out orange, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm actually gonna bet the Gatorade color. God. I'm on the fence now. It might actually be orange. It might actually be orange. You guys kind of convinced me. I know Otis said it. I was right. It's gonna be blue. But Jarvis right. It hardly ever is the color of the team that wins it. And in this case, it would be either team going blue. I think orange is a safe bet there. All right, we're sticking with orange. You guys have changed my mind. Pandering Hun, I'm going orange. Sorry, Otis. Jeez. We're going orange. We like that action. What? Oh, boy. Actually, switch tabs. There it is. All right, the Hunnaball parlay is there. Off-season better than the last few albums, and Born Sinner was always overrated to me. Wait, favorite Sinner. Hunnaball mentioned small band Outcast. Off-season was better than his last few albums. Born Sinner was always overrated to me. Fun fact, that album came out the same day as Jesus and Max album watching movies. Huh, that is a fun fact. I love Born Sinner, man. I really do. It's not super consistent. It's definitely not like a no skip. But I just think the highs on Born Sinner are a lot higher than the off season, which isn't awful. It wasn't awful. Amari's catchy. Punching the Clock's not bad. Close is pretty all right. It's only like what, 7 or 8 songs. I think what got me with the off season was the length. It was like, Jacob, we've been waiting this long. You dropped 7 songs. It was like if Kanye dropped Ye. It's like when Kanye dropped Ye after The Life of Pablo. But you guys know I love Ye. That's a great album. The highs on Ye are very high. Maybe the dark blue or green. I mean, shoot, you could get, I mean, green's not as great a value on Bovada, but on DraftKings, you can get green for pretty good action. But for Bovada specifically, I like orange. Which, hell, I mean, not much of a Bovada better, but shit, if this is the only way you can bet on the fun props, I'm just waiting on the national anthem over-under. Pisses me off. St. John's is up 4, by the way, about to go into the half. But, yeah, so I think that's really... I mean, those are the main picks I wanted to get across. I mean, we're only halfway through this damn stream. Oh, one more. One more bet that I liked. I think... back to the prediction markets. Tell me what you guys think. This one's kind of interesting. This is such a Kalshi bet too. It's like, what corporation will take the spotlight on Super Bowl Sunday? But where is it? Basically, it's like what brands will advertise during the big game, right? And out of all of these ones that I saw, what do you guys think at Temu at 3-1? You guys think Temu's gonna get another at 3-1 odds? I think that's a pretty good bet. A lot of these you get pretty decent action on. Like you can get Allstate for 2-1. You can get Viore 4-1. I was looking at that one. You can get Nike 5-1. You can get Jeep 5-1. Blue Chew 6-1. That would be wild. DoorDash 6-1. Like you get a lot of good action on these apps. So I'm curious, like, is there any of those that I said that where you guys are like, oh, that's a lock, that's a gimme? Viore was the one that jumped out to me. That's a UCONN bucket. So I'm just kind of waiting for the chat to catch up. But like I said, I'm a big fan of Temu and Viore. Those are the ones I think are a gimme. There's a player on UCONN named Solo Ball. And UConn just tied it up, 37 up, with a minute to go in the first half. There you go. College basketball. Boom shakalaka. Rick Pitino's biting his nails. I should have bet this game. That would have made it more interesting. Yeah, this is tough. State Farm a lock if it's on there. As a Chinese person who works Team of Sweatshops, they are not advertising. Otis has always a fun spin on things. You said State Farm? Let's see. I don't think State Farm was on there. Damn. Yeah, State Farm's too free. It's too free. Liquid Death, Gemini, OpenAI, all those ones are pretty bad value. Otis, so help me. If Temu has an ad, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be mad. State Farm is not on there though. Nike at 5-1 feels pretty good value. Like, is that crazy? And that is the half. 39 up. UConn, St. John's. I wonder how long this halftime's going to be. Hopefully 2 seconds. I mean, again, we can just get off whenever. I mean, I'm not really too hung up on which, like, where this game goes college basketball-wise. But yeah, those are, like, the main props I found. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Like, I was looking for, like, oh, yeah, let's do a stream about the prop bets and make my true blue Hunnaball pick. So we'll go Seattle. I'll pick Seattle just because it's easy. And that's it. I feel like Nike always has one. Do they? I saw Darren Led news. Who's Darren Led? Who's Duran Led? Well, let's see, huh? Did someone die? Ooh, Duran Lee. Whoa. Weird time for this music to kick in. Chief for a year, but it really left an impression on him. That's a funny. Whoa. Ex-NFLer. I don't remember this fella. A former first-round pick for the Jets. Played at Ohio State, won the Natty, killed his girlfriend. Yikes. Well, there it is. Holy shit. Well, put that in your pipe and smoke it. What's the spread for the game? I want to say 5.5. Let's see. It's either 4.5 or 5.5. 4.5, Seattle. So, I guess given that, like I said, I think it's going to be close. So I like Pat's spread. I'll say that. I like Pat's spread, Seahawks to win. That's what I'll say. I really hope it's not a blowout. I really hope it's not. I hope it's a close game. He was an insane athlete, but had nothing between the ears. I guess it shows. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I remember pulling his car when I was in a PAX as a kid. Yeesh. An awkward moment, no doubt. Christ. Yeah, man. Yeah, so book it today. We like Seahawks spread. No, Patriots spread, Seahawks to win. There it is. And I'm not changing my mind. Not allowed to. I'm going to stick with that. And you guys let me know what you think. But outside of that, it's been one hell of a season, I'll tell you that. Ranking best Super Bowl commercials of all time. Ooh, I gotta read this. Ooh, this is what I want to go through, actually. I want to get your guys' opinion on this. I'm all but certain I'm gonna make a video on Super Bowl ads because I'm pretty sure this year's ads are gonna suck. So I want to go through this and see what you guys think. And you tell me, is this article like for real or what? Snickers. Okay, we're gonna watch these. Actually, we're gonna watch these. There it is. All right, here we go. Okay. Hold up. Let me catch up here. All right. We're watching some ads, guys. I like to bet a square each Super Bowl. Ooh, those are fun. Squares. I think first team to 20 wins. It'll probably be 20-17 at that rate. So I'll keep him worried limping after practice a day or two ago. By the way, whoa. You got dinged up at practice for the Super Bowl. That is big.
Mike, what is your deal, man?
Oh, come on, man. You've been riding me all day.
Mike, you're playing like Betty White out there.
That's not what your girlfriend said.
Baby. Eat Snickers. Better?
I didn't watch this one live, but this one was funny. I've seen this after the fact. This ain't bad.
That hurt. You're not you when you're hungry.
When Snickers first had that bit, that was so much fun. As you can see, my whole YouTube algorithm is just Nintendo music. All right. We think that one was funny? I remember this one. I never got that feature, the whole like turning your car on from your keys thing. Who would ever use that? Maybe if you're like living in a colder climate, but that's a classic. If you're living in a colder climate, you want to warm the car up. But outside of that, I don't really see much of a purpose. Anyway, Budweiser. This one, like, I feel like defined generations.
Hello. Hey, who? What's up? Nothing, B. Just watching the game, having a buzz.
I wonder if the E-Trade babies are going to be top 2.
Nothing.
I feel like they will be. And obviously the Apple one's going to be number 1. So it's really just up to number 2.
Yo, who's that? Yo, pick up the phone.
It's essential in the cold, is it? John, I'm glad you're here. We're watching the St. John's game just for you. I'm glad.
Hello? What's that?
Well, I said, I was like, if you live in a colder climate, it makes sense.
Yo.
But there's also, really quick, not to interrupt this commercial so much, there's also the whole feature where if you hold the key, it'll like move the car. And that one I never got. That one just felt like a little bit too much. Or if you like press a certain button, it'll like move the car like up, forwards and backwards. That one I never cared for.
Yo, Duke. Yo.
What's that?
What's that?
Please let me know if there are any snubs from this list. Because they only did 5. I would have liked to see like a list of 50. We could watch all 50 of them.
So what's up, B? Watching the game,
I
having
like
a
our
buzz.
chances. Hell yeah.
True.
Even score at halftime. There it is. And then we know what number 1 is, but what's number 2? Oh, the Coca-Cola. The heart-wrenching. Maybe I was wrong about like Super Bowl ads peaking in the 2010s. Because I've seen this one too a million times.
No.
People are like crying watching the Super Bowl with this one.
Okay. Thanks.
Remember when Coke used real people? They should recreate this with AI Mean Joe Green.
Wow, thanks, Mean Joe.
Tina's always the second half coach. There you go. St. John's second half team. We know this. And then number 1, the Apple one by Ridley Scott. I don't even know if we need to watch it. If you're not in shape, you don't play. Hey, John, how do you feel about Matt Nagy and Greg Roman as the RB's coach, most likely? By the way, once I buy an iPod, this is how I'm going to feel. I'm going to feel like the girl with the sledgehammer. Once I get an iPod and stop having to rely on Spotify so much. It would have been so weird to watch this game live. This was the Giants were playing this year, right? This was Giants Broncos, wasn't it? Love Nagy. See, there it is. There it is. I knew John and I would see eye to eye on that one. Grown man coach. There it is.
On January 20. 2024, Apple Computer will introduce Macintosh. And you'll see why 1984 won't be like 1984.
There you go. Anyone get snubbed? Anyone get snubbed on that? There are so many good Super Bowl ads, but you guys think of any snubs? I'm gonna pull this up. I'm sure there's like a top 50 list. We won't go through all of them, but I'm just curious if anyone's jumping off the page. I watched every Super Bowl commercial. Here's my official ranking. What? Oh, this is all 2026. No thanks. Here we go. All right. Fox. Here we go. I remember there being an insane Halo Super Bowl commercial. Oh, geez, I don't recall. This is what sucks. I don't remember commercials that well because I was focused on the game, and I didn't start watching football until post Pug Attack. If you go 12-4 with fucking Trubisky, you know what you're doing. See, his whole career changed on a doink. Yeah, it did. He coached Mitch Trubisky and Nick Foles. He doesn't deserve all this grief. The only thing was the Chiefs' offense did take a step back last year. But that being said, I'm glad someone agrees with me here. Didn't Final Fantasy VII have a Super Bowl commercial? I don't recall. I mean, wow, best typer in YouTube returns. I hope I can get away with it from FF. Yep, Final Fantasy VII. There it is. Wow. Imagine a video game being able to afford. Wow, we're watching on Facebook. What a moment. Wow. I mean, again, there's no guarantee this was a Super Bowl ad, but it's a real heartbreaker.
Was. And now, the most anticipated epic adventure of the year will never come to a theater near you.
Video games used to be so cool.
Fantasy VII.
Wow. You want some hotshot young kid that will leave in a year even if he's good. It's a great point. Didn't even realize that. He'll definitely stay whether he's good or bad. Hopefully he'll be good. Live in a post FF7 world. Yes, we do. It's a cold place to be. Yeah, but the Pug Attack, I don't recall FedEx Caveman. I'm more just looking for your guys' opinions on these. So if you're like, oh, the Puppy Monkey Baby was a top 5 for me, easy, please let me know. The Nike one's private, so there you go. Don't recall Farmer's Dog or Talking Stain. God, I don't remember any of these. I do remember the Popcorners one. I do like this one. This one was fun. This was one of the last few fun ones. This was a great one. The NFL 100. It's not a corporate entity, so that's probably why, but this was a great one. The Budweiser ads used to be sick. I really didn't give a shit about this one. Everyone's like, oh my God, it's all of our favorite things together. Josh Allen. I thought that one was super lame. Wow, so the Force getting really knocked down. Nagy's experience. The winning record as a coach has experience with some of the best offenses in history. Exactly. And Dart's worked with Kafka and Nagy, both guys who've worked with Patrick Mahomes. I don't know what more you want, especially after missing out on Munkin. With 20 offensive coordinator vacancies, it's tough to find a perfect fit. Puppy Monkey Baby was enjoyable for me. Well, should it be higher on this list? I do remember this one. Terry Tate Super Bowl spot. That was good. There's the E-Trade babies. Iconic. Sidney Crawford Pepsi ad. That was a solid one, too. May as well watch this. Well, fine. We'll watch this one. Jeez. Fine. Twist my arm. By the way, my grocery store's got a buy 5 dozens of soda and get them for $5 a pop. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get 60 cans of soda for $25, and you can take that to the bank. Just as I was talking about soda raising my insulin, we got RJ Bricks here. It went downhill fast in Chicago. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I wasn't really too plugged in with the Bears. He did get fired mid-season, which wasn't great. But yeah, we got RJ. What is up, man? Budweiser Frogs. I don't remember this one at all. So quiet. Well, I wasn't gonna interrupt one of the best Super Bowl ads of all time, according to CBS Sports. 5 12 packs for 25 shit. Thank you. It's a good deal. Thank you. I'm glad we're all on the same page. It is a good deal. This QB stinks. Yeah, we all know Mitch Trubisky's not exactly the guy you want under center. Not that Matt Nagy calls a lot of plays under center. All right. Well, now I remember. Where's the beef? Yeah, it's an iconic one. This is a great one. McDonald's. God, now just seeing this still of Mike Jordan makes me want a Big Mac. Honestly, as you said, I'm doing insulin. Hell yeah, doing it. Just like load that thing up and shoot it. Sounds fun. Hell yeah, RJ. But yeah. So Jordan versus Bird. This is a good one. Was Be Like Mike a Super Bowl ad? I feel like it wasn't. Only 3 here. Betty White, and then number 1 was okay. So a little different order for the CBS Sports one. Yeah. I don't know, man. I like the Apple ad, but it definitely is pretty pretentious. It definitely is like, you know, the only kind of like serious ad on here. I'm surprised. Where's the damn like Budweiser horses where that's like, you know, and then the puppy like leaves its stable. This is the one, right? No, man. Where's like the heartfelt one where the dog runs away and it's like the horse has to like save. You guys know what I'm talking about? The Budweiser one, the real tearjerker. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I do remember this one. I do remember the pug attack. I think 25 is too low. Because he could have drafted Mahomes, but he didn't. Well, good thing he still worked with him.
Babe, don't hurt my dog.
Wait a minute. The timeline's wait. Your timeline's off there, Jarv, I think. I think your timeline's off there. I think Nagy was there for Pat Mahomes' first year. I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure he was there for that last year of Alex Smith. I could be wrong on that, though. This is just a complete sidetrack now. There he is. Matt Nagy, New York Giants offensive coordinator. I thought he was there for that first year of Mahomes when he was redshirted. But I could be wrong on that one. 2017. That's right. Okay, so Mahomes got picked in 2018. So yeah, I guess. Once again, though, I'm not blaming coaches for drafting bad players. I'm not doing it. He's not going to be drafting players in New York. I really couldn't give less of a damn about a coach drafting the wrong quarterback. I'm really not putting that on him. I feel like that's a total red herring. Where were we? We lost the tab here. Here we go. Thought the pug attack was funny. That's what I was saying. What was it, 27? Oh, was he? I thought he was 2018. Oh, wait a minute. He was? Oh, well, then there you go. He was there for his redshirt season. I mean, Nagy isn't so bad. Why do you guys complain so much about him? I like him. I like the guy. I like the guy. He's just been the hot topic in Giants dialogues this week because, you know, he's been hired. That's why I was so impressed that he won Coach of the Year. That's true. He also won Coach of the Year, and he got Mitch Trubisky to a Pro Bowl. Let's not forget. Okay, wait. So he was there in 2017. Apparently, he also threw the ball a little bit for the New York Dragons. So there you go. All right. So he was there in 2017, which I think was the year they took Mahomes. So he wasn't even there for the Trubisky pick. He came after. He signed on to work with Mitchell Trubisky, right? Yeah. So it's not even on him that they took Trubisky. No, I didn't even think it was. But he must have been part of the reason they took Mahomes. If we want to play that game. So there you go. He was there for Mahomes' redshirt season. Even further. Dable also won Coach of the Year in a playoff game. Right. Well, Dable can't keep his composure on the sideline. That we know for sure. Giants experience reasonable adults in one. They did great with the coordinators. They did great. Hell yeah. Finally, some positivity in Big Blue. There it is. Giants got grown men, adult hires. Hell yeah. I didn't care for this list. Honey, the issues you're trying to convince fans to be happy with their team level impossible. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, that's a great point, actually, Stoner Cat. John Fox was who drafted Mitch. What a coach he was. Table's a child. So funny how these like comment sections in these streams, well, more like you guys, I should say comment sections. Like you guys say stuff and it just like completely wires my brain differently. So I saw a news segment of when they interviewed license plate guy when the Giants brought on John Harbaugh and they like went through his stuff in like his crazy garage. Now he's got like license plates and jerseys and players signed the ceiling. And I saw that. I was just sitting there. I was like, this motherfucker. This guy's paying people. He's paying people for hits. This guy's a muscle for hire. What a dick. And now he's just on the evening news. That's all because of what John said, which I did not fact check. Actually, I did a little bit, and it did seem to be true. Nagy's in the Aaron's football game, or arena football game. No shit, really? Never played it, obviously. Dable was done when he tried to get into the tent. He is a child. That was a weird moment. Sippy, I used to hate on Dable because he complained so much on the sidelines, but I'll miss having that crybaby on the sidelines. That's the thing. He would freak out over like the smallest things. And again, Dave's has gotten a lot of nice block by St. John's. Dude stepped out of bounds. Again, Dable's gotten a lot of positive buzz this offseason because he is a good coordinator, and there's been so much time since we've seen him in like, you know, on the sideline. But his composure is what got me more than anything. It would be like the smallest thing. It would be like a call doesn't go our way. And it's like, yeah, I'm a fan. I'm going to get mad about it. And I'm less mad than Brian Dable is. It's like, bro, you got to lead the guys at least one way or another. Remember when he was like, what was that? What was that? Like, that was so weird. And like, I'm all for coaches having emotion and caring. Like I said in my coach's video, you can't fake caring, but you also have to be at least a little emotionally mature. Hot take. Wait, I missed what you said. I was talking about license plate guy and about how he was like, about how I saw him on some evening news skit and how because of what you said about him being like a hitman in East Rutherford, I was like, this guy, I don't care for him. But yeah, so I'm glad we've transitioned to Giants talk. That's what we're waiting on. Who wants to take that action? What action? Wait. What action? What, Dave's being bad? Saul was done in New York when he ran to the end zone after that game-winning power return touchdown after Rodgers blew his Achilles. What a weird night that was. Yeah, I also don't fuck with LBG. Yeah, no, I know that. It's been well documented around here. I used to like the guy, now I don't. But yeah, Jarv, what action? Am I wrong to say Super Bowl ads are good, like are bad now? Am I wrong to say that? I mean, a couple of these top 25s were like relatively recent. Maybe I'm just a hater. Maybe people really did like this Nike ad. So when, you know what, you're right. Nike is good action. You're right. I should bet Nike. I forgot who said it. Mahi, I think. Maybe American Dragon. Someone said it. Nike's good action to bet. You're right. When you act like a fan, you eventually sit with them. There you go. There you go. I thought this ad was stupid as hell, though. I bet Dable will coach a better offense than Nagy next season. All right, I don't think so. Not with that personnel. Not with that personnel, man. That's just me, though. Again, Dable's a great coordinator. I've said that a million times. I think he's a really great coordinator. I think Cam Ward will take a considerable step up. But if the Titans are a better offense than the Giants, this season will be a complete failure. I'll say that. And I don't think that'll happen. I'd play this ad, but if I'm going to get copywritten by anyone, I don't want it to be Paramount. I want it. It's 2 minutes.
Mountain, the stakes get higher.
It's 2 minutes. Yeah, Tua? I thought it was Josh Allen. It's Tua. Josh Allen was in the later one. Take the action, then Hunter. What action? What is the bet here? I'm so confused. Didn't the Giants O-line coach go to Tennessee? Yes, he did. Carpin Priscillo, hometown favorite. But again, hopefully the Giants can figure it out without an assistant coach. It's not the end of the world. I trust Harbaugh overall more than who is the Titans coach? Saleh? Yeah. Hot take, Dable to Harbaugh is a step up. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, thanks, RJ. Yeah, seriously. Hot take. Perennial playoff winner and contender is a step up from Brian Dable, who was fired midway through the season. First, I was scared to take my scat, but now this. Put your money. What do you put your money where? What do you mean by that, though? What am I supposed to do? Like cash out $20 and tape it on the wall? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you take that action? What do you mean by that? They'll be awful in the 2 minutes. Even if Saul is good and Brian's gonna know they'll have no game management and blow games. The argument against the Giants is the same will happen with us because Nagy and Harbaugh aren't exactly great in 2 minutes either. But yeah, I agree. They won't exactly be strong to close out. All they need to bring is Shane Bowen back home. I'm saying let's bet who will have the better offense next season. $20. Let's go. Okay, first of all, First of all, I'm betting like $10 max on stuff against like apps and stuff. I'm betting viewers, that's a dangerous game. And I don't want to take $20 from you, Jarv. We'll just book it now. We'll book it now. Jarv thinks the Titans offense will be better than the Giants next season. I, along with many others, I would assume, disagree. We'll stake our egos on it. I thought the Breaking Bad Popcorners ad was good, but I thought that was the only good one of that year. Literally, that was the only good one in 2023. This one was funny, though. Hot take, Titans make the playoffs and win a playoff game.
Yo,
right, but we can admit that's a hot take, though. We can admit it's a hot take.
popcorners.
I think the Titans will take a step up offensively. Their defense will be not great, though.
Jesse, it's just basic ingredients.
DB said Howard got my attention.
No, we don't
Who's
eat
Donna
our own
Ponte?
supply.
Yeah, that's I've been waiting for someone to bring that up. Yes. Getting Donna Ponte in the building. I don't know much about her, but I know she's a higher up in the NFL, and the fact that she's going to the New York Giants makes me feel good. All right, female led, the way God intended. New York Giants. Now if Nagy gets a play calling taken away from him, the bet is off. Well, what the hell? What the hell? I don't think he will. Harbaugh's not a play caller. I don't think he will get play calling taken away from him. For the first and only time I agree with Jarv. Well, there you go. Look, we can all agree to disagree. Solo ball gonna be crazy in the league. That's a wild name. But yeah, no. I mean, listen, like I said, I think the Titans will be better. Better than the Giants? I hope not, but they will be better. And you could take that to the, not to the bank, but you can take that to I don't know, the cash checking place. What's up? We saw the Titans are gonna have a top 16 defense. Are we certain on that though? I don't know if that's a hot take. Are we certain? Titans even will be good next year. Ruben Bain wins D-Roy. I don't think they're gonna take Ruben Bain. I don't think they're gonna take Ruben Bain. I think they'll take I think they'll be right there for, well, Reese is probably gonna go 2, right? Should we do a mock draft? I feel like Reese is gonna go 2. I really do think the Titans go O-line. I think the Titans and Giants both go offensive line. I'm pretty certain on it. St. John's is sending a full court press, by the way. I had to stand up. My back's killing me. Brought him for the cover up. Hot take, Otis is high. The Titans have no redeeming qualities. There it is. Hot take, Otis is high. Should pin that. Anyway, I'll get back to playing music. I really got nothing else to add on this Super Bowl conversation. Because I'm just trying to do research for the video, man. But at the end of the day, like, you know, if you guys have any more Super Bowl commercial takes, let me know. Damn it. There it is. This isn't the class for O-line. I think it's BPA with and in the top 10 it's gonna be defense. I think Francis and Fano are gonna go in the top 5. Which I know is kind of a hot take. Again, I'm under-read on the draft, which don't think I'm just going to sit here all offseason and say, oh, I don't watch college, so I'm just going to be freestyling it. No, I will catch up. I will catch up on what I think is going to happen as the process goes on, as the combine happens. I'm just not big on scouting in November and December as a non-college watcher. But believe me, I will catch up and confidently be able to hold my own. Gotta wish the chat saved on the VODs because this would be so much a fun video to look back on next year. Hot takes are both chats. No, yeah, seriously, this one's not getting delisted, and Jarv's right. These chats are forever. Whether you like them or not, they're there forever. So there you go. Titans and Giants can both take O-line. Cards will take O-line if Titans take no top 10 OT for the Giants. I think the Cards will go offense. Like, specifically, like, playmaker. I think the Cards will go receiver. Because why the hell not? They got nothing else going on. I guess there is a world where a guy like Ruben Bain goes. Caleb Downs is for sure going to fall. He's not going to be a top 5 pick. This is not a great draft class, to be quite frank. This is not a good draft, in my opinion. Am I wrong to say that? Like, this draft is pretty boring. Like, Mendoza's going 1, cool. But I'm just not into this draft. But still, like, comments, like, I mean, yeah, that would be fun. It would be easier to go through and, like, you know, Command F. Banner doesn't seem like a top 10 talent. I think he'll get it. I think he'll get enough juice. I'm not thrilled on the guy, but I think the way the Giants tea leaves have kind of read, you know, bringing on Nagy, Harbaugh. I'd love to trade down, but you need 2 to tango. Who the hell's going to trade up in this draft class? So I think offensive line's a given for the Giants. That's just me, though. People think this draft sucks. I think it's being slept on. How so, though? Like, obviously, as a Raiders fan, you think it's being slept on because you got the #1 pick and the quarterback. Come on, leg. There it is. It's boring from what I've seen. It's deep. Whoa. All right, so maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe people say it's a boring draft. That usually ends up being the way better draft than people give credit for. Yeah, I guess. I guess correct term is boring. It's just it's a boring class. Let me pull up PFF here. Let me pull up PFF. Because again, we paid for the subscription. Jeez, really having to extend here. To the PFF mock draft simulator. Okay. So let's start this, John. Obviously, it's going to go Mendoza, right? Now, obviously, this board isn't like the end-all, be-all. But I very well could see Bane falling out of the top 5. Arvell Reese, I think, to 2. I think Arvell Reese at 2 is pretty chalk at this point. Like, would it be crazy for... I mean, maybe Arizona won't go offense. God damn, this draft. You know what? You're right. I flipped them, actually. I flipped their needs. The Titans won't go tackle. The Titans won't go tackle. The Titans very well could go Ruben Bain. You guys are right. The Titans very well could go Ruben Bain. They also could go receiver. I don't think a receiver at 4 is crazy, especially for the Titans. God knows they need one. So maybe the Cardinals draft Simpson. No, I think the Cardinals are more likely to take a guy like Francis or Fano. Probably Francis, knowing what we know. Which this sucks for the Giants, by the way. This really blows. Your next video will be legally changing my name to Hunter Ball, not Hunter Ball. Can't do it. Hunter Ball is the trademark. Yeah, Raina here. 100 of these parlays you're giving me don't pay out. I'm going to do indescribable things. Wait, were you here for the parlays? Were you here for the action? If you missed it, we got over under 1.5 Bad Bunny wardrobe changes. We got the Super Bowl MVP mentioning God first. JSN winning Super Bowl MVP, and we're going orange Gatorade. All right, back to it. The linebacker class this year, I hope we take multiple. Giants can hype up Downs. Like he said, read and throw the scent off who they'll take. I don't think it'll be leaked. I think the Giants are going to have a much more buttoned up less leak approach. Just given how the offensive coordinator thing shook out, it seems like the Giants are a lot more secure. Also, St. John's up 5, 50-45, and if anyone's watching. Because I'll also see Nuss getting a lot of steam. But like top 10 steam? Like realistically, where would Nuss go? 11? Highest? Like 11, maybe 13? 16? 21 maybe? I should have just said the teams, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Orange Gatorade is the worst prop bet I've ever seen. Really? But we think it's going to be blue? If you think it's going to be blue, Rain, I might change my mind. I'm on the fence between orange and blue. Those are the odds-on favorites. Fuck, this could be parlays. This is Bovada. I had to go to the offshore betting because DraftKings is a bunch of squares. The loaded wide receiver class, Lemon, Tyson running the league. Really good edge rushers, Ruben Bain, really 3 elite passers, even Falk, of course, Mendoza, future 15 Super Bowl winner, of course. What is the story with David Bailey? I feel like no one's really told me too much about Dave Bailey. I know Arvell Reese, stud. I know Ruben Bain, short arms, but athletic freak. What is the story with Dave Bailey? St. John's is in shape. Hell yeah, St. John's. They're built for this shit. They ran these corny bums off the floor 3 times last year. God, I should have bet this one. I should have bet that. I feel like I have more skin in the game. Titans could be a sleeper team to pick up Pickens. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good pick. And if they do that, then who do they take it for then? Dave Bailey? RJ Bricks loves Dave Bailey. Like, I love corny bums. Is this a rivalry? I'm sure it is. You overhate Ty Simpson because he's Alabama. Genuinely, honestly, I overhate Ty. I do overhate Ty Simpson because he's Alabama. Also, just has a dumb face. Like, can we just be honest? Ty Simpson's a dumb-looking dude. Like, I just don't care for his look. I know that's not like actual analysis. I could not see this man, running my football team, running point. I couldn't do it. I know I'm kind of covering it here, but I just couldn't see it. I don't want to. He's not a leader and he doesn't pass the name test. Ty Simpson, no thanks. No thanks. What a play by Darling conditioning. 7-0 run for the Johnnies here. Titans, Ruben Bain, stop arguing facts. Kirk Cousins' face. There you go. But Kirk Cousins, he stepped into the aura. UConn airball. John's so right. All right. Perfectly fine to be an NFL QB. I'm standing on it. Like Bane of the Titans is a great fit. All right, fine. All right, this is the fan mock. But yeah, if it's Bane to the Titans, if we get back-to-back Miami men, then who does that leave the Giants? Who does that leave the Giants? Giants aren't going to go force edge rusher here. I don't think they go receiver, right? That just doesn't feel very John Harbaugh, right? They're not going to take Sonny Styles. Ruben Bain and Jeffrey Simmons will be a crazy combo. Maybe the Titans will be great. Honestly, when you put it like that, maybe the Titans will be awesome. Why does it have to be the Titans are good and the Giants are bad? Why can't they just both be good? Why can't they both be worst to first teams and the Patriots can get overcorrected and the Seahawks can drop down to where we all know they belong and everything can go back to the way it's supposed to be with the Giants winning the Super Bowl? Trade down from 5. It's not so simple to say trade down from 5 though. Like we know, like how many times have the Giants tried to trade down and they couldn't? Who the hell is trading up in this draft? What, the Chiefs to get Jeremiah Love? Who's trading up? Downs might be the pick anyway. He might be. Shoot, I wouldn't hate it. But again, a box safety at 5 in a class like this with every wide receiver on the board. Giants getting Jordan Tyson, please. That would be fun. This is the thing, right? Who did Bengal say we're getting? Who did Bengal give us? I trust Bengal with my life. Like, I don't know. I'm stuck. I'm totally stuck because, again, I don't know these guys very well, right? Like, you could make an argument. If you go receiver, right, you can make an argument for any of these 3, right? Literally any of these 3. Even Lemon. Even Lemon deserves a nod. If you're high on Lemon, so be it. Lemon, I feel like Lemon could have a pretty good, draft process. I know you guys have told me he's not Mr. Athlete. He's just very technical. But he could have a very good draft process and just, like, be the man come April, right? Jordan Tyson, more of a physical freak from what I've heard. 1 drop this season. Yeah, and feel free to screen grab any of these. Of course, I haven't done analysis yet. Knowing Joe Shane, he'll go the Howie Roseman route. Be a nerd and draft Tate. Box safety, he can fly. Feels straight up for an edge. I don't foresee it. It's possible. Trey Lance's little bro in his draft plays wide receiver. Looks like a demon. He'll probably go late. Oh, yeah, he was tearing up in the Pro Bowl and the Senior Bowl. So then, who cares if we get our Kyle Hamilton at 5? I'll take that all day. Positional value is overrated. I think Lemon will be more productive than both Tyson and Tate. Yeah, Lemon's like your guy. Lemon's everyone's guy. Jeez, all right, just draft good football players, man. All right, I guess everyone's on the take Caleb Downs at 5 train. I mean, it's hard to foresee. He'll be there. We know one thing for sure: he will be there. He will be there. No one's taking Caleb Downs in the top 4. That much I could guarantee. None of those 4 teams are going Caleb Downs easily. There's just no way. I really do think, and as boring as it'll be, I don't even like this pick, but it just kind of everything is kind of pointing to us getting Fano. I don't want Fano. Don't think I'm sitting here all fired up about it. Guy who regressed this season. Again, the screen's getting cut off, but like there's like nothing here. It just feels like it's gonna be Fano. If it's Caleb Downs, sign me up. I think Downs will go to Cowgirls. Like, look. He's clearly versatile. That edge would be positioned their priorities. I think Bean might trade up for a wide receiver to get the media off his back. I think we take is it Maui Goa? How do you pronounce it? Magua? How do you you guys probably aren't gonna be able to help over a text. But depends if we re-sign Illuminor. But even then, I think building out the O-line is a big goal for this team. And maybe is this a deep O-line draft? Is that what, can you take a tackle later? Can you get away with a tackle in the 2nd round? Like, do you think Caleb Tiernan is the guy? Monroe Freeling? I don't know who these dudes are. Max Iheneker? Caden Proctor? Yeah, Sonny Styles at 5. All right, maybe I'm not siding with Bengal so much. Maui Goa. All right. All right. But yeah, okay, Jar. I don't think he's going to be there. I don't think he's going to be there. That's the thing. So again, it's like in a perfect world, yeah, the Giants take Francis. In a perfect world, the Giants trade down. But again, it's like, I don't know. If Downs doesn't go to the Giants, where else do we see him going? Cincy? Cincy seems like a pretty clear pick. Like, Giants aren't good enough to pass on Downs because of positional value. Maui Goa. There it is. Maui Goa. All right. All right, I like it. Jeez. All right. I would love Sonny Styles at 5. Fuck it. I don't know. Put him Bowen and put his ass to work. Stop paying that dude a yap. John hates Terrain Illuminor. I think it's so funny. Washington, you think Washington will take Downs? I guess so. I mean, shoot it. But if Dave Bailey's there, which I think he very well could be, if this is how the board shakes out, 1 QB is going to gain steam. But top 10 steam, though? Top 10 steam? I don't know. I think if the Giants don't go with Downs, then the next real... God, I wish there was like a really good corner. I wish. What I would give. Spaggos want him in KC. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, hey man, if the Chiefs will move down, if the Chiefs will move up, trade up for Caleb Downs, let's do it. Get a 3rd round pick, maybe. Maybe get actually to go from 9 to 5. Maybe get a 2. Get a 2nd round pick at the Chiefs. Yeah, it'd be a pretty early 2nd round pick. Yeah, get a 2 and move down with the Chiefs. Would that be crazy? What do we think of that, fellas? If we went Chiefs Giants, right, and they throw in pick 40, and we throw in, I don't know, like 185, well, let's say they did that, right? I don't like predicting trades this early on. Spags gets Downs. Let's see how the rest of this board shakes out. All right, lightning round. Cardinal Tate, hometown hero, makes sense. Get Shador some help. Washington, Dave Bailey, right there. Saints, they're looking at a couple of guys. I think Jordan Tyson's a slam dunk. And then, look, now I feel good about taking a guy like Styles or Lemon. Hell, maybe even get Delane in there, who apparently is tied a lot to Dallas. Dallas apparently likes Mansour Delane. No, I get it. Jarv's been saying trade down. I get that. But you have yet to name a team that could possibly trade down. If the Chiefs trade up to 5 to take Caleb Downs, I'd be pretty surprised. This is just kind of wishful thinking at this point. If Tua can go 5, anyone can. I do agree. Giants need corner more than anything. So again, like, is this delay? If this were to happen, is this Delane? Is this Jeremiah Love? It's not. But is this Delane? Is this Lemon? Is this Styles? I think any of those guys are pretty good at 9. I think that's pretty good value, especially to net an extra 2. I think that's solid. The other thing with Casey getting Downs, they're probably rebuilding this year. They don't need immediate return on him. That's true. Let's not act like Tua wasn't the best top prospect coming out of the draft. Tua deserves his credit, at least as a prospect. But again, Alabama quarterbacks, can't trust him. We know it. Wouldn't hate it, but we've been burned too many times with drafting quarters. That is true. That is very true. Really, man, people have mocked Delane to us at 5. Again, I saw Delane specifically linked to Dallas at 12. That's the report I saw. Take for 2. It was a real thing. Oh yeah, Jim Schwartz should come to the Giants as an assistant role. As an advisory role, I should say. We should just pay him to just be in the building. And Cowboys could trade with Cowboys. Jerry heads the picks and wants the headline. I'm not sure who the Cowboys are supposed to trade for in that trade within that equation. But yeah, it'll probably be like more like a 3rd for KC since we don't have a 3rd. A 3rd? A 3rd to move down 4 spots? No, man. Then I wouldn't be super thrilled about it. I know we don't have a 3rd, but like, if we're moving from 5 to 9, that should be a 2. That should be it. That pick 40 is fair. I think that's more than fair. Alabama quarterbacks can't trust him. Ever heard of Mac Jones, buddy? That's true. It's a good point. I would keep ripping on Alabama quarterbacks. There's one staring us right down the face here. Mac Jones. I'm not even going to acknowledge Bryce Young. But yeah, AJ McCarron. I'm like struggling. Jalen Hurts, kind of, technically. Jalen Milroe, anybody? Doesn't say to me he wouldn't have a job in 26. I think he's pissed. He knows he should have got the job. He should have, honestly. They should have just promoted Jim Schwartz. That way the Giants could have got Monken and none of this would have happened. But now we're stuck. Thanks a lot, Cleveland. It's bad enough they took Shador from us. Ever heard of Joe Namath went to Bama? That doesn't count. Joe Namath's stats are funny, man, but that doesn't count. That was too long ago. 5'9's not that big of a drop, though. A second would be more of a trade down out of the top 12. I guess not, but again, pick 40. That's not like a crazy return. And again, like I said, I threw in a 5th. Like, we easily could go, like, what did I say? Oh, God, I can't even find it. Jeez. I think it was, what was it? I think it was like our 5th, too. It was like a 2 for a 5. If we made it a 4, live with that. Like, I think that's solid. Just move up in the draft. There you go. Lakshmi is going to be a stud. If this were to happen, though, all things considered, I like Sonny Styles, man. If we're picking at 9, I like Sonny Styles right there. Like, Delane would be sick, but Jarv's right. I'm sick of corners burning us. Then the Bengals are kind of a little stuck. I'm not going to lie. Peter Woods kind of matches their needs there, but I really don't know. I like mocking Caleb Downs to the Bengals a lot. Everybody's stats, pull up his highlights. I'd have to pull up like actual like film. Should we watch Joe Namath highlights? Let me pull this up really quick. See if I can find something. Every time John tells me to pull something up, I always get copywritten from it. But let's see here. The original Joe Cool. No shit, he did go to Alabama. Wow. Now let's see it. It's a hell of a spiral. It's a nice pass, I will say. Football was so different, but it was still badass. These are really good passes, I gotta say. Again, these are highlights, so it's not fair to grade someone on their highlights, but these are really tight window, good passes. Jeez. Textbook, right to number 13. There it is, right when the field goal post was at the front. One more NFL film shot. There it is. All right, back to the mock. Name today is probably make Stafford look like a game manager. Broadway Joe. Seattle unironically should use Milrose or running back Super Bowl. I mean, better than Holani. We know that. Rose could be a stud at kick returner. I don't watch NFL highlights. NFL hasn't banned him yet. And what the hell? Oh, shoot. My watch. Now, seriously, yeah. Never forget the Caleb Williams stream. Remember that? Remember when week 1, I would watch highlights like after the game and like break them down. And then I got copywritten one too many times and decided to just call it. Oh, geez, really? 13's a Hoffer too? Well, not Bill, apparently. Yeah, it is Jets highlights. Jets highlights from the 60s. If the NFL's trying to cash in on that ad rev, I got news for them. It's not going to work. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I know what's going to happen in the draft yet. But does this top 10 make sense? I think this top 10 is like pretty reasonable at this point of the game. I guess I got to make a 10th pick. With the 10th pick, I'm just going to go Peter Woods. I don't care. Color match. Peter Woods. So simple. Great. Okay, it's not even telling me. Well, whatever. Yeah. There you go. Caleb Daniels. Whoa. Combining 2 players now? But yeah, so this is the top 10, at least from in the eyes of Hannaball, this is the top 10. That being said, let's say the Giants sat pat at 5. I mean, look, it sounds like Caleb Downs is the man. It sounds like Caleb Downs is the guy. Pick Mekhi Lemon so they can go 3 deep. That would be wild. That would be fun. That would be a lot of fun. It would work too. I feel like you combine those 3, it would be a hell of a room. Who needs offensive line? Maybe the Bengals would go. Well, no, the Bengals kind of have tackles figured out. Maybe go Fano and put him inside. The craziest idea. But yeah. So this is kind of what we're looking at. What do we think? I'm kind of bought into Caleb Downs at 5. You guys are right. Honestly, screw positional value. Take the best player. Giants suck. Tom Maynard almost had 12,000 receiving yards playing in the 60s. I've literally, again, never heard of him. That just goes to show. Don Maynard. Hey, there's Wink. He looks like Mendoza. Kind of looks like Mendoza a little bit. Died in 2022. Rest in peace to Donnie. Yeesh. Well, I guess we're finding out stuff. We're finding out things in this stream. Former Giant. Apparently, then he moved to the Jets. Went to the Hamilton Tiger Cats in 59. The Giants. Giants letting talent walk right out the door. What else is new? Yeesh. Yeah, pretty damn good career. Jeez. Jeez, this guy's a efficiency monster. This guy's the deep ball king. 20 yards a catch on 71 grabs. That's pretty damn good, I feel like. Oh, yeah, the Vikings are picking tie in the first round. Yeah, should we go to the Vikings? Where the Vikings are all the way down in 18. You know what? To hell with it. You know, since we're having fun here. Cowboys. Dolphins getting us. Cowboys get Delane. And there it is. Those are the picks I feel comfortable making. You can take those to the bank. Top 5 teams most likely to go worst to first. Cardinals, Browns, Raiders, Giants. I like how you put the Giants ahead of the Raiders. Game is game, Otis. I respect that. You're welcome. Hell yeah. I'm glad now we know. That's a fun little football history lesson. Thank you, John. But yeah. So we're still watching St. John's UConn. I think we're about halfway through the second half in this one. So we're entering the fourth quarter, if you will. But yeah. So this is our mock. Francis Maui Goa. Arvo Reese 2 makes sense. Yeah, that's all I got. We don't need to keep looking at this. That's all I got. If Jeremiah Love doesn't go to the Chiefs, I feel like the next team you can bank on, maybe the Vikings. Do you imagine the Vikings getting him at 18? The like button turns into a football. Guys, drop a like if you haven't already. It turns into a football. Boom. Boom shakalaka. I want to tape up this. Hold on. Now's probably not the time to do this, but whatever. I hate how empty this wall is. Put this below. I figure if the blank wall is going to be on screen, may as well. There it is. That's for sure going to fall. But for now, Gorilla masking tape. Can't beat it. Can't be beat. All right. To the Saints taking love. Ooh, really? It'd be fun. It would be fun. But I think if Jordan Tyson's there, even Lemon, I mean, it's just, like, those are good players. Like, you guys have very much sold me on them. Those are good players. Just been on a fuck 9 tour all week. Yeah, he has been. No, seriously. Yeah, no, seriously. And John Aaron Jones, too. Yeah, he's like, I don't even know how, but I got 1,000 yards this season. This season was shit. I love Super Bowl press week because you have a bunch of players who aren't playing in the game feeling like, now I'm going to start talking. Now I'm officially time to start talking. No chance of Vikings going to first. Going worst first. I mean, the Vikings technically weren't worst. Third in their division. Suck it, Lions. Any shot the Lions go worst to first? I feel like... Do I think Keldrick Falk could be pretty good? I know he was getting like top 5, top 10 buzz earlier in the season. He kind of didn't have a great season, clearly. But I mean, he's still a first-round talent, apparently. Keldrick Falk's one of those guys that interests me. I wonder if he'll be good or not. I love making these like draft takes because I don't know what I'm talking about. But if I said I got a really good feeling about TJ Parker, I think TJ Parker's gonna be an absolute beast. Like, I guarantee he's gonna be an absolute stud. No one's gonna stop and hold me accountable for my TJ Parker pick. But if I'm right, you bet your ass I'm making a clip of that. If TJ Parker becomes an all-pro, I'm making that short easily. Crazy how 9 single-handedly ruined Jetta's all-time career pace. 9 catches too much hate. I've said it a few times on here, but 9 catches too much hate. It was his first season as a quarterback. He was dinged up the whole time. The team couldn't rally behind him. You got to rally behind the young QB. You just gotta. All right, something else I want to talk about that is completely unrelated to football, so it's not really going to be welcome in this dialogue, but something I really want to bring up briefly. Who came up with breakfast foods? I like... It was like 10 o'clock this morning, and I was like, I'm craving salmon. I want to make salmon. I'm like, I can't have salmon at 10 o'clock in the morning. And I just stopped, and I was just like, why? Why? Are the feds gonna break down my door and say you can't eat salmon right now? It's like, nope, can't do it. Can't do it, against the law. Who decided that pancakes, bacon, and syrup are a healthy breakfast? I'm not gonna go super long on that, but I just need to get that out. I wrote that in my notes. That was something I wrote down in my notes. Breakfast rant. I hate that there's like a designated breakfast food. You got to start your morning off right with a certain kind of sugar and fat. Anyways, that's it. Yeah, you people can eat steak at 6 a.m. Yeah, thank you. I'm Indian, so I've never really had that problem. Yes, okay, all right. I'm glad we're getting a little bit of traction. I'm waiting for someone to be like, you had salmon at 10 a.m.? You're a fucking sociopath. I was so mad. Missed out on the Super Bowl week last year. I was so broke, couldn't do anything. Would have loved to get some content in NOLA last year with all the celebs that was there. Oh, yeah. No, well, I'm sure it'll return. I'm sure it'll be back, Jarv. Indian breakfasts are very savory. I don't even know what that would look like. I'm just not very familiar with Indian cuisine. I'll tell you, I had butter chicken it's embarrassing that it took this long, but I had butter chicken for the first time in my life, like, I don't know, a couple months ago. So good that I got it again the second day. Damn. No one told me that butter chicken was awesome. But then I don't really eat out too much, so I didn't really follow up on it. But butter chicken is sick. That's all I know, though, as far as Indian cuisine. I'm sure there's plenty of more good stuff. And there's probably stuff that I'm just straight up forgetting. But I don't want to, like, misnomer a certain cuisine. American diet, apparently most other places, at least in Asia, just eat leftovers from the night before. Yeah. No, there you go. And that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Every time I have Chinese... Yeah, specifically Chinese, because I always have leftovers. It's like, yep, just throw that shit in the microwave. Dig in. That's what I'm all about. Salmon in the morning is peak. Had a phase for like a month. Yeah, you start off the day with some healthy omega-3s. Jeez, I love this full court press St. John's are running. If you're not watching St. John's versus UConn, no one's gonna blame you, but I do like what they're running here. 5-point game in Jersey. No, in Queens. My bad. In Queens. Same here, man, with the plan. Like, I had some chicken this morning with greens and rice. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. Very savory. Get a good breakfast. Doesn't have to be all like pancakes and omelets and, you know, French toast and waffles. I like waffles, but I never wake up in the morning and be like, I'm gonna have a fucking waffle, you know? And that's because I don't have a waffle maker, but still. Like, waffles just feel so... The thing with waffles, man, you need syrup to carry a waffle, right? And then you're just having like... Then you're literally just having sugar juice on bread. Happy breakfast. Throw some butter on there. Get some animal fat. When you really drill down, it's like breakfast food is kind of gross. It's at MSG. Oh, it is. Jeez. All right, then it is in Manhattan. Hell yeah. Damn it, I thought I was right. I know St. John's plays in Queens. Fun story about St. John's. It's not even a story. A girl that I liked didn't work out with. She goes to St. John's. So I'm very familiar with their game. Because we still keep in touch. We're friends. She's the one girl that things have flamed out with that we still keep in touch. So shout out her. She doesn't watch these, thank God. Eat plain protein waffles and oatmeal with a shake every morning. Really? I feel like a protein waffle is different. I feel like you're getting good bang for your buck. You know... I have tried time in and time out to do oatmeal in the morning, and I just can't. I just can't, man. Oatmeal's like, it's fine. Oatmeal's not even like that great of a health food. It's just, you know, grain. Like, it's a lean carb. It's not a bad way to start your morning, but it's like the grind oatmeal feels like UConn cuts it to within one. The grind, it feels like eating oatmeal. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's just not worth it for me. Garden is lit. Hell yeah. Common ones from South India, ideally it's steamed fermented rice, lentils batter with a peanut sauce or chutney or tomato one. It's really good. That sounds good, man. The people that eat lentils really stand on it. They say this is great. Great way to add fiber to your diet. Lentils are sick. I just don't really pursue them often just because I'm sheltered and don't like exploring new things. St. John's plays most of their home games at MSG. Really? That's news to me. Shit. Again, I thought I was just going to keep saying Queens. A lot of breakfast, ironically, is not the best way to start the day. A little syrup literally slows you down. Yeah, literally. It's literally. No, exactly. And cereal. What the fuck? Who, like, how did we land on cereal? You know, I'm glad this breakfast conversation is getting traction because I felt very impassioned this morning. It was the first note I took down. It was like rant about breakfast. It's like it's cereal. I can't even wrap my head around it, dude. It's like you couldn't start a day off worse. Like eggs are fine. I love, you know, some eggs or something, but I'll have eggs at 10 at night. I don't give a shit. Like who cares? Honestly, like that's what I'm saying. It's like the American diet specifically has been so conditioned in this like stupid ass structure of like you got to eat these foods at this time and then you got to have a salad at lunch and then the food pyramid. Can't forget about the food pyramid. All hail. And it's like the FDA. What a bullshit organization the FDA is. I can talk about food a lot in case you guys haven't noticed. I like food. Hot take. I thought either John was talking about the football additive MSG. Oh, that's the food additive. That's funny. MSG is lit. MSG is lit. You know about the dude who created breakfast cereal? Wait, no, I don't. What's the story? I follow Arnold Schwarzenegger's diet for a summer. The breakfast takes so long to eat. Lamau. What was it? Just like straight turkey? For me, Hank's here. For me, it's yogurt with pecans, honey, and blackberries. If I got more time, it's scrambled eggs with toast and avocado. I love, man, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm a heavy breakfast guy, all right? But when I'm in a pinch and I'm Russian, and I'm German, not Russian. But when I'm in a rush, bang, right here. Give me a protein Greek yogurt. Throw a little honey in there. Sick. It's a great way to start the day. This is like an acceptable breakfast food that I'll stand behind. Chobani protein. I just tried the Chobani. Normally I get the Dannon. I like the Chobani a little bit more. But yeah, what's the story with the guy who invented breakfast cereal? Hold on. Who invented peanut butter? Hold on, here comes the ADHD. George Washington Carver invented peanut butter? Was that his like that wasn't his main thing. That's not his claim to fame. I've heard George Washington Carver many times before. I didn't know he invented peanut butter. He's often remembered for the one he didn't invent. What? I'm gonna look up the cereal thing in a second. Wait, so he didn't create peanut butter? He filed a patent. Wait, so he didn't invent peanut butter. He just patented it. Okay, well, now we know, kind of. All right. How was cereal invented? Let's see that. What dumbass invented cereal? Okay, let's read the AI summary. This is always a good way to do it. All right. Health food to fix widespread indigestion caused by a heavy, high-fat American breakfast. Well, who could have figured that? Eating bacon and eating bacon every morning isn't good for you. Okay, so it's called granula, consisting of twice-baked graham flour dough soaked in milk. John Harvey Kellogg later popularized flaked cereal. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I got something I want to bring up. What was the debate? Shoot. I forget it. So, okay, so they added sugar in the 1900s. Wait, but what's like the big story here? We got Hey here. What is up, man? We're talking about cereal. Hunter's going down a rabbit hole again. Yeah, seriously. No, I'm trying to figure this out. But what's like the big story here? Hurley close to getting teed up. Cereal guy, I'm pretty sure invented to prevent lustful thoughts because his cereal used to be hellishly bland and awful. To prevent lustful thoughts, is that right? Indians are yogurt fiends. My grandpa, when he came here, would make yogurt every day. Oh yeah, yogurt's great. You get a good protein yogurt. That's a sick breakfast. What was the debate I was gonna bring up? I got into this like heavy debate with this person like a few months ago, and it was about rice. It was like rice is a form of soup or something. Damn it! Hold on. Let me just Google this really quick. Rice. Shit's a war. NYC's gassing him up. This is for real. Oh, this was it. That rice is a form of cereal. Because if you look up rice, hold on. Because if you look up rice, because we're talking about cereal. God. I wish it didn't say my fucking location. All right. Look at this. Rice is a cereal grain. How about that? I'm back, you know you missed me. Rice is a cereal grain. There you go. There you go. Cereal grain. Can't lie. That's the truth. I didn't make it up. I didn't name it. All right, rice is a cereal. Harvey Kellogg was a lame ass dude who got no play. That I've heard. That much I've heard. Sugar cereal instantly makes you want to crush yourself. Yeah, well, yeah, seriously, sugary cereal can ruin a morning. I guess grain equals cereal. So that is the whole idea. The rice is cereal. And it's because it's like, what is cereal? It's like it's a grain in a bowl. So this is a debate I got into. Pretty intense one. But I forget my whole argument about it. That's the weird thing. Here's Drake May's stats, by the way. But yeah. So I forget. God, that pisses me off, dude. I feel like I had like a whole spiel that I was like so impassioned to say, but I completely lost it. That's the worst, when you feel like you lose a passion. My passion of talking about cereal. Anyways, is there anything else I should look up? Breakfast sucks. If Tyler Shuck's better than Shedeur Sanders, then why is he a Pro Bowler and Shuck isn't? We got Mouse here. What is up, man? Look, the Tyler Shuck narrative needs to be corrected. There's no way Tyler Shuck got more Rookie of the Year votes than Jackson Dart in a serious like world. There's just no way. Like, Tyler Shuck was fine. He was good, whatever. You know, love to hoot at Hank. But, nah. Not there yet. Will you put milk in your rice? Well, I don't think adding milk is what makes cereal cereal. Right? And let me ask you this. This is why I get super caught up about this. If rice isn't cereal, what the hell are Rice Krispies? In a way, you do put milk in your rice. In that way, dried rice. There you go. Now we're learning things. Only one team's going to Disney World. I think it's going to be Disneyland, right? Because it's on the West, Super Bowl's on the West Coast. And if the Seahawks win in particular, it'll definitely be Disneyland. Funny story about, common fan of the channel. This is not my story to tell, but whatever, I'll tell it. So Blake Robinson, who joins these chats every now and again, is an Eagles fan who I know in real life. We both live in Southern California. When the Eagles played the Chiefs in that first Super Bowl, big Eagles fan, this guy, he had already bought Disneyland tickets as a completely separate gift for Valentine's Day to his wife. So they go to Disneyland a few days after the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl after coming back in the second half. So the Eagles fan went to Disneyland not knowing that was the day the Chiefs were visiting. So the Chiefs had a whole ass parade. Mahomes was there. Kelsey was there chugging down Bruise with Goofy. And Blake, longtime Eagles fan, had to watch it all unfold. And that's just one of the funniest things I've ever heard happen to a sports fan in my life. Every time I hear someone's going to Disney World, I think of that story. Shut the fuck up with this Seinfeld shit we got ball on. Look, we're going to talk about Seinfeld shit. That's a common thing for this stream. 5-point game for St. John's. I'm watching it. I am watching it, John. Shuck had more yards than Dart with less games. Yeah, but the talent. Total yards or passing? I don't think he had total yards. He got him. And I know Dart had more total touchdowns. And again, Dart had less help. Let's be honest here. Dart got completely screwed. Dart's a better talent. We all know it. The PTSD is hitting me. That was a tough one for Eagles fans. We know that for sure. I think Rice Krispie is 10% rice. I don't think that's true. I think it's just dried rice. It's gotta be. Don't tell me Rice Krispies aren't rice. Don't tell me it's like corn syrup, GMO nonsense. Not Rice Krispie treats. No, the cereal. 7-point game in MSG. Yeah, rice. Yeah, main ingredient is rice, oven toasted. Like Jerry. Grains are the raw edible seeds of grass-like plants. Cereals or cereal grains specifically refer to those grains cultivated for food, often processed into breakfast food. While all cereals are grains, not all grains are cereals, e.g. quinoa, buckwheat, are pseudo-cereals, not grass family members. Holy shit. All right. Man with a plan just called ball game. Google definition between grain and cereal. So am I wrong? I'm just pulling your nuts on her. Am I wrong, though? Does that mean I'm wrong? Yeah, Shuckhead, Chris Olave, and Kelvin Austin Jr. Come on. There was also Taysom Hill. Couple of games with AK. I think one game with Devin Neal. Yeah, I'm not making such a strong argument here. But then again, Dart had, what, Darius Slayton, Mr. Hands of Stone. What's the deal with Rice Krispies where Patino and Hurley are going 12 rounds at the Garden? This is a good game. I really should watch this game. All right, I'm going to focus. I want to look up the definition between grain and cereal. I just got a pet cramp. Don't like that. That's what I get for not working out. Grain is a wheat or any cultivated cereal crop used as food. All right. So cereal is in the definition. Yeah, grain used for food such as wheat. Yeah, so they seem pretty interchangeable. Dart had a defense. My ass. My ass, Dart had a defense. Yeah, right. A defense that got like 12 sacks. And they all went to Brian Burns. And the DA got a couple. Everyone's favorite interior pass rusher, Darius Alexander. He better have a good season, honestly. If Darius Alexander is ever an all-pro, oh my God, would I freak out. That's something you get. Darius Alexander, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, Abdul Carter. Fuck it. Throw Ruben Bain in there. If he's sitting there at 5. Fuck it. Who cares? Take as many pass rushers as you can. But grape nuts, those are wheat turned into edible gravel. I have never had a grape nut. They seem pretty unappealing, though. I'm not going to lie. Better than the Saints D. Yeah, maybe. I couldn't name a single Saints defensive player. Actually, no, that's not true. All-pro Demario Davis. St. John's 3-ball is up and bricked. Board. What a putback. Wow. I don't know who number 1 is, but he's playing like he is number 1. See, we're having this whole grain discussion. Then John got all cereal on us. That was a stupid joke. 76-70 in MSG. It's snowing in New York right now, too. Woof. Really? It's been a weird year for weather. And one for UConn. Heartbreaker. Asking Hunter to stay focused on one topic is asking too much money. Is the definition of ADHD, brother. Yeah, no, that's... Yeah. No, the H in ADHD stands for Hunter. Like, that's... That much we know for sure. And you can take that to the bank. I think I've said you could take that to the bank 4 or 5 times in this stream. Conditioning. Hell yeah. Well, you got to stay disciplined, though. You can't foul at the end of this game. Silas Damari, let's see if we can knock down both. Yeah, no, it's tough. Rice, wheat, and corn, oats, all kind of cereals and grains. So I think that's just a semantics thing. Yeah, no, I get it. It's like it trickles down. Bricked it! He bricked the free throw. I forget it's 1-1 in college. All right. God, I prefer that. All right. UConn can't buy a free throw. St. John's can't buy a 3. 4 points, 4-point game. Swing it! Pump fake. Take your time, St. John's. God, I should have bet this game. I'm pretty sure St. John's were the dogs. Fouled. St. John's is going to get some free throws. Every basket in this half is an uppercut. It's crazy. That's college basketball. You are right, John. This is a fun game. I'm enjoying this game a lot more than I was enjoying any of the NBA games we've watched this year. Oh, what's your favorite dry cleaning place? What a gross expression to make for no reason. I've never... He bricked it. He missed the shot. I've never actually, like, given my clothes to the dry cleaner. It's an embarrassing blind spot that in my life I can acknowledge. That will change one day, obviously, just like the can opener thing did. Remember, you guys remember when I opened when I figured out a can opener live on stream? That was probably my favorite moment of the whole stream, the post-Thanksgiving stream, when I used the can opener. Funny thing about that, I used the can opener to open a can of cranberry sauce. Didn't actually eat the cranberry sauce. I was so excited that I opened the can. St. John steals! 5-point game. They're gonna have to start hacking. They do. Foul. St. John's in the bonus. I think they just called game as long as I can knock down these free throws. What a play. This full court press finally got to UConn. This is a fun team. I'm definitely picking St. John's in the tournament. But never been to dry clean to answer your question. But yeah, I didn't eat the cranberry sauce because I was like, yeah, fuck yeah, I opened the can. Job's finished. And then I didn't actually eat the cranberry sauce. Yeah, reload cheese, remember the can opener. That was what sport are we watching? We're watching UConn versus St. John's college basketball, men's college basketball. Guys, let me tell you something too. I forget when it was. I think it was after the NFC Championship game. And I was sitting here editing my shorts. He missed both free throws. Never mind, this is not ball game. I was editing my like post NFC Championship shorts, and I just like left the TV on and turned this TV on, and I left it on. Patino's pissed, and I watched about a minute of the Iowa versus, I don't even remember who they were playing. It was like Iowa versus USC, LSU, some random ass school, and it was really awkward because in the first minute of play, don't know the girl's name, heart went out to her. She jumped up a minute into the game, lands on her knee, and you can tell that knee is never coming back. She landed like I cannot overstate this. She went knee like complete. I can't do it because I've got a healthy ACL, barely. But like it was a bad tear. It was a bad tear, and I was just sitting there editing, and I was just like, why am I watching this game still? That was not fun. That was like, I'm not anti-women's basketball. I love Gabby Marshall. Caitlin Clark's a beast, but he missed it. Why can no one make a free throw? But yeah, and I was just like, golly. I will say one thing about Iowa, or maybe it's Iowa State actually. Audi Crooks, watch out. Girl's a beast. Can we watch some WNBA, please? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, believe me, I'd rather watch WNBA than real NBA. Like that much is for sure. If there's like a game 7 or like a fun matchup in the NBA playoffs, we'll throw it on. There's not gonna be a ton to watch this offseason, but you know, well, we're streaming what we can. It's just the basketball streams just objectively don't do as well, which is fine. Like it's cool hanging out, but they just objectively don't do as well. Saints are 1-7. Poor Shuck started with their only win being Dart in possible #1 contention. Shuck took them to more wins in Dart with less games and more yards, less games. Yeah, but eye test. Yeah, but the eye test, Otis. UConn's won 18 straight. Looks like that's about to end. When you add milk to cereal, it becomes soup. Yes. I was waiting for that conversation to get started. Yes. UConn, air ball's a 3. Not blocked. That's St. John's ball. And that is your game. St. John's is back. Eat it, Hurley. Rick Pitino ain't going anywhere. They may have flamed out last season. Rick Pitino kind of game. God, is that pop? No, it is not. Dan Hurley's not happy. Is he going to the middle to shake Pitino's hand? This is a fun rivalry. These are two fiery coaches. I thought Hurley was the women's coach, but I guess I'm wrong. Look, I love Dart when it's play by Shuck wins easy. Fair enough. Well, neither of them got the award, and I'm excited for Dart's future. We can agree to disagree. Henderson's the real offensive. Come on, John. How are we gonna say that? How are we gonna say that at a time like this? Hendo's the real rookie of the year. Oh, Roy, come on. I'm not mad at being T-Mac, but I really think Hendo getting more votes than Dart. That pissed me off more than anything. Henderson's good, but like, oh, that was a block, I think. Maybe even a foul. Yeah, it's a block. That's going to be a UConn ball. This is real beef. Watch the handshake. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. They do look like they hate each other. But yeah, I'm glad we sucked the landing here with this. This game was good. I'm glad you guys engaged with the breakfast debate. It always makes me happy when I go on these stupid tangents and people are like, well, let's consider, something else. Let's talk about whether or not cereal is soup. You think you will watch baseball? I don't think that's in the cards. Olympics are coming up. I think they did the ceremony, so we might do some Olympic streams. Is there any... What is the sport to watch in the Winter Olympics? I'm more of a Summer Olympics guy. What is the sport to watch in Winter Olympics? Like, if I did a figure skating stream, would you guys tune in? Like, is that something we should look into? Camera's already focused. I don't know why I messed with it. Yeah, is that something we should look into? The figure skating 2026 stream? think James Pierce was robbed. Carson Jordan already good defense. JPJ was difference maker and hit Micah Parsons' rookie record. Actually, yeah, James Pierce was pretty good. Yeah, he didn't even get top 5. He wasn't even nominated. I don't watch baseball. Neither do we. Who's in the Super Bowl? What did we forget? Oh, yeah, who's in the Super Bowl? Henderson. Yeah, it's on the legs of Henderson. Yeah, totally. He's gotten so much work this playoffs. Come on. Come on. Henderson has like 6 carries throughout these playoffs. Skiing is fun to watch. Okay. World Cup is here. Not until the summer, though, right? Side tangent, some moron said that a Pop-Tart's technically a ravioli. It is not pasta. No, that I will not go as far to say. It's a pastry, damn it. It's a pastry. It's not a ravioli. That's where we draw the line. But I do agree. James Pierce got robbed. Hockey by far. Ooh, yeah, that's right. The USA Canada team. Yeah, where the hell's my notebook? Jesus. Where's my notebook? Oh. It was underneath my copy of Madden 06. Duh. All right. There we go. Snowboarding is fire. All right, I'm gonna write this down. So skiing. I'm gonna write. You had no one said it, but we're gonna watch curling. Curling, easy. That's everyone's favorite. Curling, hockey, snowboard. Hell, I might throw figure. I'm gonna throw figure skating on here as an option. I would love to be like, oh, this girl sucks at figure skating. I'd love to have like a take. Most injuries happen during the skiing events. Well, that's not as fun, but hell, we'll watch it. We'll be the armchair doctors of the night. Who's the got it player of the game? Number 24. Madden 06 mentioned, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about digital media, about how I want to get an iPod. Me and Jarv and I were going back and forth for a while, talking about like you're gonna watch the Angels 2 to 3 hours, 5 to 6 days a week. I don't think so. I already watched my stupid Giants for too long. I'm not watching the shitty Angels. But we were talking about physical media and about how it's coming back and how I want to get an iPod. If anybody knows a trusted iPod supplier that can supply the parts to make it to really juice up an iPod. I'm talking new storage, new battery, maybe even like some software where I can ARG some music. Let me know. Speed skating will be badass. Oh, bobsledding too. I will throw speed skating and bobsledding on here. This might just be every single event. And I'll be announcing all of these like potential streams in the Discord. So I'll put them in the What's Next channel. Zuby. McNabb cover is tough. Yes, it is. Even for an Eagles player, it is tough. McNabb, greatest quarterback in Eagles history. Just kidding. Okay, hold on. That is actually a question I'm curious about before we get off stream, as this game's about to end and UConn's dead in the water. 3-ball! Bricked it. That's your game. St. John's is won. UConn's walking off. They're done. Ball game. Like iPod Classic. Yes, iPod Classic. Exactly. I got a vinyl collection, so I'm ahead of this whole movement. I'm so jealous. I know, I'm kind of hopping on the wave. I'm hopping on the wave late. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Ranking Eagles quarterbacks. This is just completely off the cuff. Okay, you guys tell me if I'm wrong here. 5, Jalen Hurts. 4, Mike Vick. 3. I missed someone. I'd say Donovan McNabb's 2. 1 was going to be Randall Cunningham. I think I just jumped the gun. Who would be 3? Carson Wentz? No. Nick Foles? No. Mike Vick might be 3 then. Jaws? Where's Jaws in that equation? Is Jaws 4? So he had 21, 10, and 7. 3 blocks. Hell yeah. Going to the league. Yeah, okay, Ron Jaworski. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, Ron Jaworski. Is Jaws in the top 5? Probably. This is just completely off the dome. I'm not looking at stats. Mostly vibes. I can't get Kevin Kolb out of my head. He was not a prominent Eagles starter. Yeah, there's American Dragon Son. Right there, yeah, Kevin Kolb. There it is. Nick Foles of the statue. That's a good point. I wonder. Jaworski, yeah. McNabb, Jaworski, Van Brocklin. That's another good one. That's a deep pull. I forgot about Norm Van Brocklin. 7 touchdown passer, man. So, like, Am I overrating Randall Cunningham? Is Randall Cunningham not that great? I thought Randall Cunningham was like a beast. I'm curious what the Eagles' all-time leading passers look like. It's gonna be like Mark Wahlberg and Invincible. Damn. All right. So, okay, Norm Van Brocklin only played there for 2 years, apparently. So, news to me. But this is the list. Let me move it. There you go. I don't know if this is getting pulled up on stream. Let me make this bigger. But, sorry, Mac Jones. But, McNabb, Jaws, Cunningham, Hurts mentioned. Geez, Hurts is knocking on the door. A couple more seasons, he'll be 2. I'd be lying if I said I knew who Norm Snead was or Tommy Thompson. I clearly overrated Mike Vick. Sonny Jurgensen, heard of him before. Ty Detmer, come on. Sam Bradford at 18, that's funny. Jim McMahon, didn't know he played for the Eagles. There you go. Cunningham was a highlight guy game to game, wasn't that crazy. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right, so I guess given this list, given what we know now, maybe McNabb actually was the best Eagles quarterback. I mean, his numbers are clearly the best out of the bunch. Eagles just suck. Were we talking about who gave you? Oh, yeah, don't even get me started on that. Jay Herbo get an MVP vote. The NFL awards this year were so wonky. Drewski said the N-word. Herbo got an MVP vote. Jackson Dart got completely shafted. Everything sucks. I don't know if you guys have heard it or not, but everything sucks. He decided Hurts is the best Eagles QB. Wow. I don't know about best, but he's definitely in the top 4. Probably top 3, honestly. He has the lowest turnover rate. Well, him and Nick Foles, I should say. And he has the rushing ability, which Cunningham and Mike Vick had as well. But I guess all things considered, I mean, Hurts is considerably better than Mike Vick, at least stats-wise. Of course, Mike Vick only played there for 5 seasons or 4 seasons. Like, Jalen Hurts has substantially more games than Mike Vick. I called Sam Monson. Then the guy who voted Herbo immediately revealed himself. He went on a tangent on X, formerly known as Twitter. Voted for her. Oh. It's a low bar. It's not like he's playing for a franchise with insane quarterback history. Well, yeah, well, that's true. Stafford announcing his return was so hard. That was true. That is true. Hall of Famer, apparently. Voted for Herbo. Who the hell voted for Herbert? Hurts is good sometimes. 22. 24 were great. Rest are meh. I agree. It's definitely not like the greatest quarterback room of all time. It's so funny. We just end up talking about the Eagles. But I do want to see this really quick. Oh, great. I misspelled it. Becoming so internet Discord poison that I voted Justin Herbert for MVP in a year he finished 20th in EPA per play. Wait, what? Okay, I don't see it. Oh boy, it's this girl. Hold on. This is worth watching. Everybody stop. Everybody stop what you're doing. Everybody stop for a second. The Chargers woman made a video, and I want to watch it. You guys know exactly who I'm talking about. The Chargers woman made a video.
Visible player or the most valuable?
Whoa.
I mean, everyone likes clean stats.
You guys catch that? Most visible or most valuable?
Let's talk about the MVP award. Is it
Mike
the
Vick
most
and D'Angelo Williams back from Pittsburgh. That was sick.
Valuable? I mean, everyone likes clean stats, but what about those guys grinding through the worst of it, like injuries, tough schedules, missing key weapons?
Tough
There's
schedules.
value in that too. Just take a look at Justin Herbert. No one's done more with less. No one. He's the most pressured, most hit. He's just 1 sack away from being the most sacked. And that's only because he's a freaking beast and evades those tackles.
If he was sacked one more
plays
time, then he would be
injured
most sacked.
makeshift
If man
O-line that's
appearance.
tried 30
Stafford has
different
complaints.
combos.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Didn't mention
Stafford
he broke
tunes
his
into the
frickin'
stream.
hand. Still played. Same with his ribs in 22. And guess what? Winning seasons both times. This year, most TDs under pressure.
I like how this woman's become like a
Both
low-key
Super Bowl
football
teams from last
influencer.
season,
Because she was
and
just fired up on the
one game
sideline.
away from tying the most winning
Everyone's
drives
Brock.
since
Yeah, seriously, Brock Purdy should be MVP. He fought through injury,
and
tough
who's
schedule. His
broken the
team
most
was
QB
beaten to
records
shit.
Since then, Justin frickin' Herbert. See, that to me shows value. Real grit and not just clean protection. He's
So if your
finding a win
O-line
against
sucks,
all
you should
odds.
get a vote.
But voters, they tend to focus
She's right.
on
Playing the
pretty
Raiders
sad.
twice pretty hard.
They
Otis is
miss
right. The Raiders are tough comp.
They skip these
Only the
players who
worst
had
team in the
hunker
NFL.
down
And they also
to
did
lift
lose to the
others up.
Giants. Let's not
Even when it's
forget
gonna
the same
hurt their own
Chargers
staff,
team.
the ones who lead and carry the team.
Referring to the Chargers
Every
OF
other
lady on
playoff
Twitter.
team and MVP
Get your head in the
contender,
gutter, buddy.
They've got a top-ranked wide receiver,
Oh,
running
Christ.
back, or tight end to
Now we're
boost their
pulling the
stats.
advanced
Not
analytics.
Justin. And sure, I'm pretty sure Justin's not even thinking about MVP. That's just who he is.
I'm craving
Humble,
potatoes. I don't know
quietly
why.
elite, and we love
I'm
him
gonna
for
get
it.
get some
But
after the
maybe
stream.
it's time MVP meant something more.
Maybe it's time
Most
MVP
valuable
meant
player
who
under pressure.
who deals with the most
You know
shit.
what? Polish is nice and all.
Polish
but
is nice and
pressure,
all.
to me,
Value wins. Who gives a shit? Who cares about success? Success is overrated. What about a guy with grit? A guy that can fight through adversity. A guy that can go out there with a bullshit O-line, a stupid receiver room, a tough schedule. Not the toughest, but a tough schedule. A guy that plays through a bum finger. Who gives a shit about success? Who cares? What's even the point? What are we talking about here? What do you think the MVP counts for most valuable? How about most hardworking? How about most gritty? Most valuable or most visible? You guys see what she's saying? Justin Herbert was put through the gutter this season. He had no help. He had no protection as well. And now he's getting MVP votes. You guys are stupid. We all gotta catch up. Embrace the new wave. MVP votes is not about wins or yards or anything, any other stupid tangible stat. If they have a bad supporting cast and they find a way, maybe, just maybe, to make the wild card and get stomped in the first round by the by the Patriots, who haven't looked good all postseason. They are in the Super Bowl. But either way, then vote Justin Herbert for your MVP. Golly, Cam Ward MVP. Seriously. By that, I love Justin Herbert fans. Actually, I don't like the Josh Allen votes either, for the record. I don't like him either. W Hunter Brand. Thank you. Oh, man. Shit fires me up, man. Yeah, no, exactly. She's like saying Stafford had it easy. Yeah, you're right. Stafford had a bad back, as I do as well. It's a funny development. This girl said this, by the way, well before the MVP vote. She was making her case before the fact. Isn't it time MVP meant something more? What do you meant something more? What? I know she's a Chargers fan, whatever. But like, what it meant something more? How so? How so? Oh man, Chargers fans are hilarious. I can't find I this is a joke. I can't find the serious tweet, but yeah, this is perfect. That's a perfect way to describe the situation. Johanna would not be this passionate to hate on here if it wasn't the Chargers and Herbert. I'm not agreeing with her, but you know I'm right. No, oh yeah, for sure. No, yeah. If this, well, you know what? Like, the same applies for Josh Allen, though. The same exact thing. It's like, can we all just have a moment and just can we all just sit around a fire and just have our moment of grief and grieve for our lost hero, Josh Allen. He's a great guy. He's gritty. His wide receivers suck. What do you mean? What do you like? Come on. His supporting cast ain't great either. He got screwed by a call. Terry Pagula called it the catch. You want to tell me Josh Allen deserved votes too? Of course he did, because the MVP means something more. It's about more than stupid wins. It's more than being the best player on the field. You gotta have grit. You gotta add context to the most objective award. Fuck. Bills and Chargers. I'm here all week. My neighbors are mad. Heard Stafford brought like a $10,000 infrared bed. Shit, maybe that's what I should do. Anyone want to donate 10 grand so I can buy an infrared bed and get over this tweaked disc I have? You see, if we're doing more with less argument, you actually have done more. No, exactly. You have to be unlimited. Otis is right. Boy, I love yelling about football. It's my favorite thing. Anyways, St. John's is victorious. Bad Bunny is doing the halftime show. These are my picks for the prop bets. Someone's gonna the winner's gonna mention God / Jesus first. And it's gonna be JSN, orange Gatorade. Bad Bunny's gonna change his wardrobe more than twice during the halftime show, and you could take all those. I don't want to say to the bank anymore. You can trust him. Herbo wasn't even the best player on the field out there with McConkey out there. That's true. He also had Omari in Hampton. Guys, Josh broke his foot. Yeah, seriously. Come on, guys. Have some respect. MVP voters are weird this year. This year's production last 2 years was more with less. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I mean, Josh Allen was... But the Bills were... I guess the Bills made the divisional last year. I guess you're right. I hate this more with less argument. Like, the Bills have one of the best offensive lines in football. Right? Like, even Lamar. Like, Lamar's had talent. He had prime Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely doing his thing. That's not a good argument. Zay Flowers. Derrick Henry. Great run game. Like, Matt Stafford deserved it. I'm not sitting here saying Matt Stafford didn't deserve it. I'm not anti-Matt Stafford. I'm anti-Matt Stafford Hall of Fame. But even now, that really means jack shit. The MVP is a complete mess. But anyway, these are our picks. Is there anything else? Joe Namath was a beast. This is our mock. Hold on. This is our mock. Set and forget it. Congratulations, Garrett Nussmeier. You are a Miami Dolphin. Pack your shit, Tua. And yeah, if your back's really bad, get some peptides, brother. No, I'm good. My back's feeling better. I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if I was genuinely concerned about my back. But you know, we're getting better. The thing is, the flag football season starts in a few weeks, and I'm going on my Ed Reed arc. I'm going for heads. I'm fired up. Like I'm gonna be like Brian Dawkins, little Eagles mention, said, Spikes, I'm gonna take his soul. I'm gonna take his soul. That's the energy I'm bringing into this flag football season. So if anyone's in my league, get ready for the real MVP. Hunnaball. John put 10 down. I just saw that. Should have been a bet there. Prominent Twitter profile complaining if Bad Bunny spoke Spanish once. Oh, yeah, no. Over under 10 politicians call this an un-American halftime show. Thank you so much for the 5, John. I always appreciate it, man. And the real MVP. Hell yeah. I don't know where the alert went. What the fuck? The alert isn't on this one, really? I gotta... Great. I gotta add this to the film room. My bad, John. But thank you for the 5, John. I really appreciate it. I gotta add the alert. There it is. Hell yeah. Done. Need the whole defense. Hunter Dawkins, Hunter Lynch. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. Hunter lots. Hunter eats a lot. I'll tell you that. If we lose on Sunday, this will probably get on as the worst week in recent memory for the Patriots. Oh, that's a fair point. Given all things considered, that's a good point. But I think they've got a shot. I really do think. I like Patriots spread, Seahawks to win. That's probably what I should have said first. Josh Allen did choke in the playoff game, but he has definitely been sold every other year in the playoffs. I mean, circumstances haven't helped Josh, but again, you can't win an MVP on if, right? But again, I made my Bills video. I made my Seahawks video. I feel like I am the pundit of the Seahawks, the pundit of the Bills, and the pundit of the best team in the world. The team we all know should have been in the Super Bowl. The New York Football Giants. There it is. Thanks to my mom for getting me this cool hat. Not even a hat guy, but this hat is sick. I'm on edge right now. Bill and RKK snubbed. Brady renounces. That is true. What's Brady's deal? Why is Brady like, I could give a shit if the Pats win or not? It's like, dude, no one's going to fault you if you root for him. Well, they're showing a Charlie XCX ad on Extra. I'm still on Fox. I don't know why I'm still watching cable TV. But yeah, man. Jeez, what I would... Anyway. Anyways, guys. Anyone have a different pick for the Super Bowl? Like, Mahi, I'm assuming you're going Pats. But the spread's 4.5. What do we like there? Do we like Patriots or Seahawks? 4.5 point spread. Drop your picks now. If you're wrong, forever hold your peace. You're still on? Oh, hell yeah, we're still on. Talked about everything. I mean, it's still on the mock. It feels like I haven't moved at all. Deron Lee's got... Yeah, no, we did see that as well. Deron Lee got charged with murder. He murdered his girlfriend. So that's not great. But yeah, I guess I could take this off. We are no longer watching UConn SJU. Gosh, should I throw on like the Penguin? I know you guys wanted me to watch that. But yeah, like I said, I will be streaming on Sunday. So, be ready for that. That's going to be a fun one. Love Charlie XX, the Kanye of pop music. Oh yeah, she makes good stuff. She's, bold. It's hot. Pat's 23-19. Take it to the bank. I like it. I like it. I like the confidence. Shit, I'm rooting for him. I'm always pulling for the underdog in the Super Bowl. Anyone else got a pick? There was a reason why McDermott was fired. Yeah, because he doesn't want to bend a knee to Terry Pagula and Brandon Bean on In the Epstein Files. You didn't hear? That would be really funny. Like like Russ. Russ being in the Epstein Files is objectively hilarious. Like that is objectively hilarious. It's like, yeah, I was gonna use his jet, but then I didn't want to after hearing things. That's like objectively hilarious. Did you see her new movie? She has a movie? What is it? I hope it's not on the Black and Orange website. What movie? One of the kids on the island explained so much. Dude, that would be wild. Dude, I would. You think I wouldn't have told that story already? Bro, someone cuts me off in traffic. I'm like, I gotta talk about this on stream. You really think I wouldn't have told that story already? Me at the Epstein Island? Like, yeah, they told me I was gonna get candy. Ended up getting something else. I don't want to unpack that example because it's not good making fun of the situation. It's not good. I'm not even. I could have gone a whole different way with that joke. I chose peace. I stood at the fork in the road of edgy humor, and I chose not to. But I definitely left sore. Anyway, Russ just trying to be unlimited. That 13-second game's all on McDermott. That is a fireable moment. That I'll give you. But who would have thought? Who would have known? I'll say the Giants losing to the Cowboys. That's a fireable moment too. It's called The Moment. It's a mockumentary about Brack Summer. Oh, you know what? Actually, I heard about that movie. I heard it like got very mixed reviews, which apparently like Fantano said it. He was like, "That's very brat." That it's like The Moment. Yeah, he's like it having mixed reviews is very brat. I feel so young right now. But yeah, look this up. The Moment and pull it up on the Fire Stick. I'm sure it's not even out yet because I think it just went to theaters. Also, anyone watch the new Markiplier movie? Heard it was good. Iron Lung, I believe it was called. Yeah, this isn't it. God, nothing like just searching things on your Fire Stick and just ending up in a weird rabbit hole. Apparently, this movie is pretty good, though. The Moment with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Martin Henderson. I got a 4.8 out of 10 on IMDb. My bad. It got a 4 out of 10. I thought it was out of 5. I was like, wow, that's pretty good. 4.8 out of 5. It's 4.8 out of 10. So not as good. But yeah. You guys ever seen Moneyball? Fantano's in the movie. Oh, you're right. He is. He did say that. You're right. I forgot that. He did say that. Josh Allen is Pleb Chris on Renee 4K. 29 touchdowns, 6 picks. Yeah, but he's not gritty like Herbert. He hasn't overcome adversity. RJ Bricks just says shit. It's so funny. Yeah, guys. I don't have a ton else to say. Like I said, tune into the Super Bowl stream. It's going to be a good one. And if you aren't able to make the Super Bowl stream, he gets on base. Yes, he gets on base. Rachel Sinnett's in it. She's hot. All right. Fuck yeah. But like I was saying, we'll be streaming on Sunday. Tune in if you can. Even if it's just for a second, and drop a like, show some support. But yeah, and then if you miss a Sunday stream, we'll be streaming on Monday morning. Hopefully, I hope. Really hoping to start doing that. But we'll see. We're trying to kill First Take. Have you watched Last Chance U? I have not. I know Jermaine Johnson's in it, but I have not seen it. I don't watch a lot of stuff. That's why I'm so anti-algorithms right now. Like, that's why. Like, I just watch the same bullshit over and over again. Mostly it's YouTube. It's mostly YouTube videos on why the world sucks. That's like 80% of the content I consume. It's just like, oh, did you hear? Ex-president said something terrible. Or it's like, oh, this AI thing sucks. Or something else. Let me pull up my YouTube feed really quick to illustrate my point a little bit better. Yeah, here you go. All right. Oops, that's not it. No one cares about what my YouTube feed looks like, but I just want to show it really quick for reference. This is like most of what I watch. So it'll be like small sports creator because I watch my own videos. YouTube is like, oh, this guy just likes watching small fish. So I'm just going to throw whatever nonsense, small creator and off-season predictions, ASMR. No shit.
Hope everyone's doing well. Let me just move this over.
Whoa.
I've had a pretty busy past couple of days, so that's why I haven't been putting out as many videos.
Killdozer's also awesome. What is this guy's deal? 46-minute video.
Hope everyone's doing well.
No shit. I guess I'm doing the wrong stuff.
Just a tad.
True Good on the food makes sense. Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's a given. Pretty much all my humor is True Good.
As many videos. Lots going on.
Don't care for this at all.
We're back.
I recommend it. All right, I'll check it out.
Kind of pretty absent, but in today's
Switch to
video,
ASMR. I don't have the mic quality. You guys know this stupid mic. This mic sucks. I do not have the mic quality to do ASMR. Not that I would.
Of a forecast, kind of a run through of some of the off-season moves that some teams might be making and kind of things that should be prioritized for each team. Full disclosure, I tried doing my due diligence on my own, and
all right, I'm done.
Because I don't know.
I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm done. I'm done. I couldn't even do 60. I really thought I could go pretty far with this video. Shout out to him. 67 likes. Shout out to him. Soft Takes ASMR. I'm sure one day his channel will be bigger than mine. But like, hell. Jeez. I like ASMR when it's pretty ladies. There it is. Hell yeah. Opinion on Israel. Yeah, that's what I'm going to comment on. Yeah, so before Israel kills me, I'm going to get off stream. But yeah, guys, this was a fun one. If you like ASMR, check out this fella. Soft Takes ASMR. There you go. He's got a cool gimmick. But if not, I'll see you on Sunday. It's been a fun stream. St. John's won. Pat spread Seahawks money line. Jason to win MVP with orange Gatorade. Hunna ball. Let me get the music going. Actually, that ending could have been way more epic. Gotta get music going. Jesus, forgot I closed the tab with the Mario music. See, this is the problem. We'll go Mario Galaxy to close us out. All right. Fuck is it? It's Peak Blake. Yeah, it's Pete. We're watching ASMR. I'm about to get off stream. Drop a like if you haven't already. I'm out of here. See you guys Sunday. Hunna ball.